I can't wait to do that, your evilness. Or whatever the fuck Goldar says. I never actually watched Mighty Morphin.
It's been 86 years.
My
Sano,
bones!
Rose has escaped.
Wow.
Recruit a team of podcasters with laziness.
Oh, my bones!
Oh my
Oof! Ooh, me bones!
Oh, my blood!
Okay.
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 I think we drove that joke.
It has been, it's been like 2 months since the last
Since
podcast.
we've done this podcast that was supposed to be weekly, then was supposed to be bi-weekly.
And now
And then we all started dying. And
let's see what
And then
happened.
we came back.
Christmas
Other
happened,
fucking
so we were
icon.
like, nah, let's not do it. Christmas. We're gonna have
New
Christmas.
Year's happened, so we were like,
Yeah,
that
Christmas.
happened.
Then Rose went to MAGfest.
which I'll talk about later.
And yeah, now we're here.
Yeah.
We've
While-
been gone so long that a Let's Play channel has died.
The
It's
Super
died.
Best Friends Play died while we were fucking gone, and then they restarted their podcast under a different name with
They
one of
built
the
a
hosts
castle on
gone.
top of the ashes.
Yes,
A
they in the
castle
time we
of
took
a
to fucking
very
make another
ultra
episode.
monster.
And from the ashes, a new best friends will rise, evolved but unchained.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they called it like, what is it? Like...
Castle Super Beast.
No,
Live
that's
from
not. That's
Castle
not. That's
Super
not
Beast.
right. That's not right. It's like Manor Ultra Monster, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk about something to do with that later because that actually comes into my
Yeah.
week. But that'll
Okay,
come out
Casa
later.
del Big Boy.
Let's go around the room. I'm Zedreamcast, your host of the mostest.
I am Rose Shrimp. I'm horny for boys with glasses, and I have an RP character who's basically just a rip-off of Utsumi. That's
Okay.
how I will introduce myself this week.
Okay.
I'm
so-
struck. Oh. Shit. I'm Soraku Fett. I write things, or either for a while I didn't, but I'm getting it back. I'm getting back. I'm clawing my way out of the writer's block. Put me in, coach.
All right.
Yay!
I'm Sano, Ultraman and Pretty Cure make me cry.
I'm
Yeah.
RMH, and I'm a gunpla addict.
And Sano
Valid.
is in the stands watching.
I just introduced myself.
I mean,
wait, I was
Soda,
thinking back.
Sota. I'm bad with names. I don't know if you've noticed.
Also, Alt just
We're all-
got here, so let's let Alt introduce
Alt's
himself.
here?
Yeah,
Alt?
Alt's here.
I forgot.
Oh,
the
one
podcast.
second.
Sorry.
Where's old?
This
I'm
is
here.
Alt. He's forgetful.
I know. I'm just turning
I'm
your
very
face
forgetful.
on.
I am forgetful.
I'm turning your face on.
Face,
There's your
face
face
on,
now.
face off. I am the one who calls Alden. I draw sometimes, and I watch Toku, and look at
You
these
do watch Toku,
the Toku thing.
and
You wouldn't be allowed in here if you didn't.
Commit to.
I don't know. I'm in loud in here. I've never even watched Toku.
What's
Really?
a toku?
Yeah,
Is
I've
that some
never
kind
seen
of
it.
weird foot fetish thing?
Yeah.
Is that a taco?
Anyway. So
Okay.
first
Is
up
that
on
a
the
game of
podcast,
some
the
sort?
main thing we're here for, and that would be Kamen Rider. Kamen
Yeah.
Rider. A lot's
Several Kamen
happened.
Rider things happened
In
while
the
we
2
were
months
gone.
that we've been gone.
Well, 1 week they did skip an episode, but we have 2 arcs to talk about.
we have
And a movie.
and well,
Yeah.
we haven't seen the movie. All we can really
We
talk
can't.
about. We can't.
We
really-
Well,
can-
we have seen that other movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did talk about that. We did watch that other movie, so that's technically 3 things we have to talk about this week.
hmm
First off, we have the Omazeo arc, which was like a big turning point in the entire series.
Yeah, we had Tsukasa yeet Sogo and
Into the
Tsukuyomi
future.
back into the future, and
he has a
runs...
big ol' fucking Super Saiyan fight with himself in the future.
Yeah, where he gets
Well,
fucking
okay,
wrecked by
let's,
Omazeo.
let's fight.
Omazeo just whips out his drag redder.
And he's just like, hey, you want to see something
And
cool?
that's not a euphemism.
And he's like, no? Well, you're gonna see it anyway. And then he just pulls out his bride watches and kicks his ass. And after that, he goes back in time and is like, I don't want my powers anymore if I'm gonna become that much of an asshole.
Gates, you need to destroy my fucking thing.
Yeet my
And he does a-
driver!
He
No,
does a
he
sick
eats it.
layup with Gates to do a
But-
slam dunk on his ride watch.
Yeah, they just
He could
slam it
drive it.
right into the
This
basket.
bitch portends of evil. Yeet! Boom!
He throws it up and then like he smacks it into the basket, and then the Omazeo guard's like no, and doesn't vanish for some reason.
No, he deactivates.
Yeah, which is like why?
Maybe he got built anyway, but the battery
guess.
inside was made by Zeo.
Well, then the time jackers, who every week I become more and more frustrated with. They just like, I know, let's try to attack him, and then
I
we'll
know.
push-
I know how to help Sogo.
We've
got
gotta
to
attack him.
We have to attack him.
Shush, shush,
Shush, shush, shush, shush.
shush.
And then Soga's like, become Omazeo again.
If people don't know about fish pins,
They're gonna be very
or
confused.
Sonic real-time dub, they're gonna be real confused by
By this
everything
week.
we say.
Watch Fesh Pence, by the way.
Also, the
And
real-time
the
Sonic
Sonic
Club.
real-time.
I will put a link to that in the description because those
Good.
people deserve reviews
Yes.
more than we do.
more than we do. They put actual effort.
Go and make 70 alternate accounts and subscribe to them.
Sogo and fucked my wife.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, and then the idiot time jackers are like, let's attack him and force him to become Omazeo again.
Well, they wanted to kill him to make sure.
But what
that
did
Omazeo
they
would come
expect?
back.
Why did
Ca-
they?
ca-
What did
Are
they
the
expect?
time
would like
are the
to-
time jackers
I would
like
like to take us on a small joint tirade for a moment. What the fuck are the time jackers even doing anymore?
I
What-
don't. I don't really
are
know
they
their
an
plan.
I
organization?
think
Because
they're just
everything we have seen so far has
Like, what do they?
basically failed.
Like,
I
the biggest
I'm
question
also-
What
was
have they even been
they're
setting
like-
out to do? Because the closest
The
they ever
biggest thing-
came to actual victory was
was-
when they turned Dan into
Yeah.
another
Besides
O's.
that, like, what's a corpse, a literal corpse, gonna do as a king?
they.
Yes.
I
The-
think they
with the
want.
fucking ghost.
I
shit.
think
Yeah.
they want a king they can control, but like they're going about it in such a weird fucking way. And
They're
Schwarz
picking
isn't
all these
telling.
people who would never want to be king.
Schwarz.
And not even that. It's just
Schwarz-
like, what
Schwarz
is the-
isn't fucking telling the other two about shit.
because they don't seem to be a group. They just seem to be three dudes, and they're just like, hey,
Well,
They don't even check to see if they're doing a good job.
That's
We don't-
probably part of the reason.
They're
That's probably
probably
part of the
just
reason why they
trying
brought in
to
Tsukasa. They're like, oh, we need some organization.
no,
Ah,
that was
I
Waz.
ran a massive.
Here's the
evil
thing about-
organization.
That was Waz who brought him in.
Was it ever said that?
Oh yeah.
What is Gates like the same organization as the Time Jackers, or there's something?
No,
completely different 'cause
they're a
No.
resistance group.
it's like very concerning because both of them have the same goal, but at the same time, it's like what? the
No,
fuck?
they don't have the same goal.
Waz wants to ensure that the timeline stays.
The Time
Okay,
Jackers
we
want a
we
new king.
don't know what Waz is. That's
No,
the
we know
question.
exactly what Waz is. He's
he
a
is
time.
the prophet of Omazeo.
Yeah,
I
no,
he's
we
no, not even
know-
prophet. He's his retainer.
we know what
Yeah.
his job is. We don't know why he can do that shit with his scarf and
How do-
teleport and shit.
Yeah, that's not a
How
big.
the
That's
fuck
not
do-
too big.
How do you all have time powers? What the fuck is
Fine.
going
That's
on
the
here?
big question. Why do they have
It's
like weird like time
fine.
stop powers?
It's not fine. It's really not.
It's really confusing and not really well planned out, especially
Well,
when
you notice that like it's weird. Like Aura and Ur have like weird feathers that they in their hair that they
Yeah.
play with to like make
Yeah.
their time stop happen.
But Schwartz
whereas
has true time
Schwartz-
stop.
Can just do it.
But he also still has a feather.
Yeah. He's probably got the big feather, and they.
But
have-
again, the question is like
come on.
like they're not working together technically. Like they sometimes like honestly, Hora has only been working with really Tsukasa lately and hasn't worked.
Horror
with
just wants the Tsukasa dick.
I mean, who doesn't at this point?
And
Oh,
Scott's
shit.
like, no.
Sorry.
Dash up?
That's my
Spoopy
guess,
noises.
That's my
Sano
guess,
got a new thing.
I got some
What?
stuff.
Right, Zed got a new thing.
Things.
I'm bad with names too.
Anyway, but it's like just,
Things.
every week I become more and more frustrated with the time jackers. Like, it
That's
makes sense what
fair.
Waz is doing. It makes sense what
They need a self-help coach.
they
Hey,
need.
Swartz.
They need
Hey,
something to
Swartz.
work. They need organization. That's what they need.
Who
They need a
named this
self-help coach.
organization? It's like the Time Jackers. Yeah, that's a good name.
that's
They're
what-
jacking off time for all we know. Fucking dude.
That's what
Like,
Tsukasa's
it makes sense
supposedly
what
giving them is
Tsukiyomi
some
and
organization, but
Gates are doing. They're just like, hey, let's just try to fix the problem.
Let's
Okay, the
try and
actual,
fix the
let's
core of the
actually
problem.
talk a bit about what the plot thing was for
Yeah.
a minute.
Oh yeah,
So he sees so Sogo is now seen in the future that Omazeo still considers himself to be doing the greatest and most beloved overlord thing, even though he's, blatantly evil.
yeah.
So that has actually prompted Sogo to start changing how he's thinking
Oh yeah.
about being king.
They also talked
is
about
nice.
the dream.
Yeah, why he wants to be king in the first place, which suggests that Omazeo's whole existence is some predestination bullshit where he went back in time to make himself want to be king. So
No,
he'll
because it's a
become
completely
king.
different voice.
No, it's
That we know that so far.
I mean, considering it is a 68-year-old Sogo as far as
yeah,
It's gonna be future Gates that tells him.
yeah.
And
And he has an eye patch and a horn on
and
his
he's
head.
like, "R, I'm a pirate." Don't
And
ask why I'm a
punished
pirate
Gates.
now.
I'm the one who
Punished
sold the
Gates.
world for. I'm the one who sold the world.
I sold the world for a Twinkie.
I sold the time stream for this.
It was all a
burrito.
game,
What if
It was all a
future
game,
Gates is
Gates,
real
young
king?
me.
It was
It was all
planned
for
by
the war
Patriots.
economy.
It was all for this really cool burrito.
oh no,
It was all for this beret.
God,
Gabe.
are you I never lost control.
Are you implying that Gage would
Your
betray the
face
entirety of the future for a
Your
single
face.
burrito?
Yes.
with the right
And he's
of
like,
the
he bites
soul
into it and
of
he's like,
the
"Oh,
world."
beans? I don't like beans."
How
Yeah,
dare you?
So,
Gage.
it's Chipotle. It's
So
Chipotle.
Gates hands his driver to Sogo, which is really funny because I've had the running theory now after we found out where the Gates got his Ghost Rider watch from, that Gates's driver is
Is-
literally the driver that
Sogo
Sogo
used.
had, that
Yeah.
Omazeo put away in the future when he got his
one.
super cool gold one. And while I'm not sure if that's right or not, it's I guess technically now Gates is using a Sogo one because now he's using the one that was trying to give back to Sogo all the time.
It's like poetry. It
It's like a
rhymes.
weird, cyclical giving it to people.
It also implies that Gates may have fucked over the future.
Did it? Because we don't. Because now we go into the second arc of this
And
whole
then
thing.
it's like there's a lot of good things probably happening because of this.
We don't even know if they're good or not. Honestly, it looks
Well,
like it's
well,
good.
If that dream is anything, yes, it's probably a much needed improvement.
Okay, so that happens. Sogo tries to give up being king, but then can't because he still wants to protect people, so he gets his driver back.
And
So
then
Omazeo
Gates is like,
exists now.
very important plot
Gates
point.
gives him his driver.
And
yeah.
Gates is
And-
like, if you decide to become a king, I'll kill you.
If you
Or,
decide
like,
to
an
become
evil king.
Omazeo, I'll kill you.
the
Uh,
the greatest
that-
So,
part.
I-
Of
and in that moment, Sogo get mad.
Yeah.
Sogo
the gra-
angry.
The greatest part of this episode was not that, but on
Sogo
Christmas,
get
and basically
mad.
after Gates gave him the driver and they reconciled, deep underground there was the awakening of those giant robotic monsters.
No,
that
that happened.
destroyed
That
worlds.
technically happened at the
Again.
beginning of the episode.
That
Yeah, they've
did
been
no
underground for a while.
underground that
Oh, yeah.
somehow activated it.
Oh, because
Again.
time, because he's Omazeo again.
Yeah, he
He's on the path of Zeo again.
Yeah, he's on the path.
Gates,
to be
your
honest.
act of goodwill,
all-
It's
actively
not even an
fucked
act of
over the
goodwill. It's like,
future.
look, you're gonna do the things that you do. Just use this.
Because he's like,
I
go
can't
help
trust you, Gates,
Become
defender.
Omazeo, and it's like, I will stop you if you become Omazeo.
And then
Right?
then we go into the new timeline that was created because of
Happy New
was.
Waz.
Was it?
Was it?
I think we
What?
talked about him last
have-
time.
We have
We
never
talked a
stopped
bit-
talking
We
about
talked
him.
about
We talked
hadn't-
briefly about the,
possibility of him,
the
but
possibility of was
And
but we had no idea that it would be like this.
and we had no idea that he would be upstaged by the new Kamen Rider
Two-
Shinobi.
Okay, first of all, 2 of them. There's
Two.
2 Wazes. Definitively, there are 2 Wazes
Post
now.
the cat
There-
picture, 2
Black-
of them.
There's
Bad
Black
Waz.
Waz.
The one we've known, Black was.
the Virgin was.
And
then
you
The
two-
was.
Virgin Prophet.
No one cares about White Waz. We don't know his future. I don't
I
trust
care
White
about
Waz.
White Waz.
I care
about
about
you.
If
I
that
care
Waz's
about- I care
future
about
is
White
terrible and worse, I don't care. I'd
It's
rather
not-
deal with
it's not
Omasio's
Rhino.
future.
Terrible?
Here's
We
the
don't
thing,
know.
though. Here's the thing, though. We saw up to 2020, and it's like, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah, but he's from
2020.
2068.
That's a lie, and you know
Yeah,
that.
and I'm saying, that's 3 more years of a piece at least.
Well, no,
Three-
we don't.
3 more years of peace don't make for
Because
the
we
fact
don't
that
know-
shit's gonna go
we-
down.
We don't know when 2068 is.
Well,
I mean, Day of Oma. Sorry, I meant we don't know when Day of Oma is.
we don't know
We do!
when
When?
2068 is.
Yeah,
When-
but if anything,
when
if
is
the
Day of
conversation with
Oma?
Gates is anything to go by.
It's probably
He
by
said
at
that there are
least
no
late
other writers because of the
2019.
Day of Oma.
Yeah.
Alright,
So,
because it was.
presumably
No, wait,
the
it
Day of
could be
Oma
when
happens
Gates
in
gets his
2019.
power-up.
Well, no, they said that that's when it's going to be, because that's when the new timeline
Yeah.
got created. Because
Yeah.
Gates revive.
Yeah. So White Waz has come back in time to help his savior, Gates Revive, defeat
Waka
Zeo.
accusation.
Yeah.
So we now have a Waz who's horny for Sogo and a Waz who's horny for Gates, and I hope that we get one who's respectfully horny towards Tsukiyomi as well.
Yeah, not like creepy.
Here's my problem with White Waz, because
He is
he's
creepy.
more violent. He is more violent. He is
It's
too
really-
not.
It's
He's-
really weird
He's
that
really
White Waz,
concerning.
despite objectively being from probably a better future because it appears that the world has not ended in his timeline, is like comes off as more evil than the Waz who's actually trying to keep the timeline where things like fucking where the
And
world
died.
fucking ends.
Everyone died. But like,
It's really weird.
White Waz is like just really creepy to me.
Like one of his his
I-
first actual scene is him trying to get all run over.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
a car. It's like, oh, you're gonna fucking die.
And that
Like-
car freaking.
He has the death note.
Yeah, he can
He-
just drive
yes,
the
that's the biggest part. Is that Waz
then
has
again,
Black Waz has this book that like he looks in the book and he's like, this will happen and nothing can change it.
Yeah.
And then White Waz has a fucking fancy ass tablet that he writes shit in, and that happens.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, in White Waz's defense,
What?
it is one of the time jackers that's been
It's
screwing everything
still-
over. So...
I
Yeah, I'm not
still-
saying it's
That's
not
still not a
malicious.
thing a hero would
And
do.
also,
I'm not saying
I'm
it
just
is
gonna
anything
run
less
you
malicious,
over
but-
with the fucking car, you 12-year-olds.
This 12-year-old that's been reanimating corpses and ruining other people's lives and possibly getting people
Still,
killed.
that's
so people can get
evil.
away with
That's
it.
super like
Sano,
villainous.
we
You're still a
don't know
Kamen
his
Rider.
future. We could be
I'm not
tell
saying,
the
again,
lie.
I'm not
Gets
saying, but at
evil.
the same time, it's not like he's threatening innocent people.
Okay, either
Yeah.
way.
It's still a
2020.
fucked up thing to do.
Yeah,
Innocent? Have you
well,
not
anyway.
seen what he did to Shinobi?
Anyway, let's talk about our boy Shinobi, the real fucking new
The better
rider.
rider.
Real
Yeah,
new
the one
star.
everyone loves
Gotta
more than
have
Shinobi,
was.
also known as Star Ninja
From
from-
Ninjinger, yeah.
Sentai Ninja.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
So the gimmick of the future riders that we all have. Okay, so first of all, the future riders are all clearly kit bashes, but like they're
Really
really
sexy
good designs
ones.
anyway, and
And
Shinobi
God
particularly
damn,
is
the
very
best
sexy.
Kit bashes.
Yeah.
The best kit bashes since Cronus.
That yes.
Even then, like, you could probably make an actual original suit just by
I
taking
know,
out two
we
I know,
can
frames.
talk
but,
about
like-
that later.
But,
But
with
this
the
is
time
okay,
limit
okay,
they
okay,
had
okay.
and the budget, it's like, yo. this
So
is
they got-
good.
So he's basically kind of edgier Star Ninja. Shinobi's great. He's got like a great transformation jingle, great transformation.
That
effects.
apparently was made in the
Great-
last it was made
Uh,
last minute.
Ninja! Ninja!
He might also
Great-
have a giant Mazinger-styled mech, given
Shinobi!
what little we see of it.
I don't
just
think it's a
great
mech, I think it's just a
character.
robot.
Just
Yeah,
a
but-
Well,
great
we know he's got a
character.
big frog thing.
He has a big
Um,
frog makeup, but it also stands upright, and those look like Mazinger legs.
Yeah.
The gimmick of the Future Rider arcs is that the another riders are actually being made out of the past versions of the
Yeah.
Future Riders or someone related to them, because we'll talk about Quiz a little later.
Yeah.
At the very least, another Shinobi is. So 2019, Rentaro is his name, gets turned into another Shinobi. Unfortunately, while the second episode of the arc hasn't been properly subbed yet, apparently the defeat of the another rider will also mean that, you know, the future riders never exist. But that doesn't matter, because they're still probably making a spin-off involving Shinobi anyway for online services
Yeah.
only.
Tokusatsu
Fan club and
Shinobi
also,
Amazon style.
TFCC.
yeah, and also something else.
Oh, no.
So that might just be them making like fake episodes of the Shinobi show, and
Yeah.
that would be really great. But like, I'm glad
Just get the rest of the ninjas to play characters in it.
I'm glad that they realize that
Yeah.
everyone likes Shinobi. Everyone loves
Because
Shinobi.
he's great. Like everything
Yeah.
about him is great.
They put so much work into Waz, and then everybody just likes the Kit Bash more.
The
Yeah,
Kit
because it's
Bash,
clearly better.
the Kit Bash that exists. The Kit Bash that exists to fucking give Waz a new form.
And he
Everyone's just focused on him
and
instead.
also he has like 2 minutes of screen time.
No, we love that guy. Give
like
us more
him.
of him.
Give us more of him.
Like him more. Give him the
know-
whole show.
You know
And
what I
then
wanted?
We get the preview
Of next week.
of next week with Kamen Rider Quiz, played by another fucking Sentai actor,
Oh,
Yeah,
Hiromu from Go Busters.
I have a quick. Can I have like a quick aside where like we have an
Sure.
image of like Shinobi, and he's like visibly crying as he's trying to eat a hamburger in his suit, and he's like trying to shove it into the mouth.
What? Oh,
Because
right.
of the ninja.
And then we
yeah.
just see a picture of Quiz yelling at a chicken.
Yeah. Quiz is just fainted in front of a chicken.
He's quizzed.
Oh.
No,
He's
Quiz
cowering.
Yeah, but he's not.
Quiz is fainted in front of a chicken and his helmet's cracked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe
And,
Quiz is fucking dead.
So yeah, Hiromu has a new job as
He's-
Quizmaster,
He's got all the
Which-
quiz.
which makes it probably likely that Kikai is also going to be a
Sentai
Sentai
actor, yeah.
actor. I am still saying Guy from Gokaiger.
Come
Yeah.
on,
Come on,
Ian, from
Daigo!
Kyoryuger.
I honestly want a car ranger.
Bitch,
Yes.
Let it be
For Kikai.
Daigo.
I'm
Umahara?
following. No, King.
No, Daigo's
It's been a while though since Gokaiger, and those characters already started
But
getting.
I
hit by
would
age.
like a car ranger.
Bitch,
But just because
I'm
he's the-
What about a
fo-
Boken? What about not Car Ranger? It's Goanger.
I would be okay with Goanger, but I would prefer a car ranger.
Bitch, I'm following Ian's actor on Instagram and Twitter. If there was something going on, I would probably know, but then I also wouldn't. There have been pictures of him with
But like,
Ryder.
did we hear
at
anything from
events
Hiromu
and stuff,
before?
but I don't
Soda
follow Hiromu's
says
actor.
there's a possibility it could maybe also be
Be
a
a
Metal
metal-
Hero actor.
If it's one of the
That'd be
Gavans, I'll not.
I'm not. Like,
I want Gavans.
I like to think that the reason that they're getting.
Oh, could you imagine?
What if the
fucking
timeline got rewrite and the
Retsu's
reason?
actor playing
What if
the original Gavon? He finally gets to be everything. He gets to be a Sentai, a Metal Hero, and a
A comic.
Rider.
What if
But
like?
what about an Ultra?
Let Zed
Hmm.
say the thing.
What if like the timeline got rewritten? If like because the timeline got rewritten, these guys never became Sentai actors; they became writer actors.
What if like the last Future Rider come on Henshin and it's just Masahiro Inoue?
No!
Yes!
Not another one.
Oh god,
Kid,
could you
what are you
imagine?
doing here? I'm not
Today.
the kid. I'm the future.
What if?
No, what if they do it and it's actually just friggin' the actor who plays Grease?
Kazumin,
Takeda.
Takeda, like, no, now he's 3 riders now.
Yeah, no,
No,
he's 4 riders.
Four!
Because remember,
Four of 'em.
Oh yeah, I
remember
forget,
Yukito.
Papa.
How could you forget about the Neo Fangai's power?
No, I wanted to be his dogs in the suit.
Dog is. That's
little
one thing. That's a
Pomeranian
gimmick that I really want a writer to
Have the
do.
dogs
Just
as
give
the
a.
shoulder pad.
Just let a dog be a common rider.
And if
Doggo
there's
rider.
any dog that's going to be a rider, it'll be one of Takeda's, because Takeda may have impulse bought a second dog on his birthday. So now there's Kibi and Koro, and Koro just looks like Kibi, but like
Brown.
lighter
Yeah.
colored. Like Koro is like a dark brown, Kibi is like a light brown.
Yeah.
And they're both very cute.
They are.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Eiji Yakuso is going to try and steal one at some point.
Cause like they're just chilling out playing fucking Smash,
Bros.
and he's
But
just playing with the dogs in the corner.
Yeah, Eiji's just off in the corner playing with the dogs. It's
I
great.
mean, have you not seen them?
They're really cool.
Yeah. I can't blame
He
him.
bought a coat that looks just like Kazumin.
Yay!
For his little dog, his little
Yeah.
Pomeranian.
Yeah,
Dog's
he's
too precious.
he's
Now
got
he's got the 3 little cats for the 3 crows.
he's got Kibi cosplay. He's got Kibi cosplaying as Grease, and it's great. Yeah,
Love
he
that
he
dog.
has so much small clothes for these small dogs.
I brought all my clothes for these dogs.
It's great.
Okay, and so the episode has like some cool shit in it. I really like shit. Another Shinobi's cool, but he's not as cool as Shinobi.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So he
Shinobi's
was pretty
very cool
hardcore in the
for
way
a
he
ride
did things.
player and ghost suit.
yeah.
Considering, he drowned a person alive.
Oh yeah, that was fucked up.
And
Oh yeah. That
spontaneous combustion.
fucking drowning a dude in the air, like just forcing water into his lungs. That was
No,
fucked
it wasn't.
up.
He like filled up like a room.
No, I
with
know.
water,
Yeah, that's still like fucked up.
yeah. It is fucked up, yeah. And
Holy shit.
wow, that's dark.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got Shinobi Waz, which is pretty cool. That's cool, Shinobi.
Oh, and also another thing that we're going to get to see next time is we're going to get to see
What?
Zio Decade Tajador.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
that
see
was
a
a preview.
Decade Armor Tajador.
Which renders the Tajador ride watch pointless.
Yeah, like I guess that one just works with the friggin'
They've
the
so making it.
The driver itself, yeah.
no, I mean the
Time
the
Mazin.
Time Mazin, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they've made other non-final form ride watches.
But those
I know,
didn't
but
show
he
up in the
doesn't
show.
have them. Like, yeah.
That's fair.
And okay, so next we have to talk about a
They
movie.
made those ride watches for us.
Talk about what?
A movie that we watched.
Yes.
I can
So,
probably.
finally,
I'm gonna go mute for a bit.
Okay.
Let me know
Okay.
when you guys
Sure.
are done.
All right.
Be the one.
Be the
Okay.
one.
Spoilers
AKA
for
Spoiler, Kamen
Kamen
Rider
Rider Build Be
and-
the One
Because
And
that
just
just
build in general.
that just got subbed recently.
ahead. So
Yeah.
It got
uh,
subbed in a day.
So I guess
over time, know what's
when
important.
you're uploading this to YouTube,
Not
Zed,
Zia.
put a
Yeah, I'll put a
put
spoiler
a
thing.
timestamp of like when
Yeah.
to skip to, like here.
Yeah. Like right
Yeah.
now, you're gonna want to
No,
skip
no,
to
do
where.
it here.
Right now, you're going to skip to insert time here.
I'll write it down.
Okay. So, Be the One has finally been released. God, I wish we could have seen it when it came out because it actually makes me like Shinobu as a character a whole lot more.
A little
Because-
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay. Well, I do want to say, though, I don't think they were trying to retcon him to have created the love and peace phrase or whatever.
Yeah.
Considering that the flashback switches to Sento being there instead of Katsuragi, I feel like that's more of a like symbolic thing. Maybe he gave the peace sign in the actual past, but like it's more.
But remember
of,
the password for the white.
Sento's-
Remember the password for the white. The
Panel
white
is
pen-
love and peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like maybe he didn't get it from the fucking
I don't think they got it because he thought of it before he even knew he was.
We definitely should have seen it during the show because that stinger at the end with Zio is
very important.
Very important.
Important as to why Sento would go, yeah, okay, let's just fucking do the white panel.
There's a lot of other Kamen Riders over there, they could help us.
Yeah, Zio might have killed all of them, but don't worry about it. So, this movie is basically, Sento has a very, 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 very bad day, worse than usual, and Kami Hirochi is
Sento
just
Kiryu
going
and the no
fucking
good,
nuts.
rotten, very bad day.
Yeah.
Like, it starts off pretty fine. It's like
day off.
It starts off a really okay day, like he's just chilling, saving people,
beating up some smashes, and then it's like, oh, the entire country wants to kill me.
They want me fucking dead.
And my friend.
Yeah. Well, at first it's like, oh yeah, my friends are still on my side because Kamen Riders don't get affected by the whole thing.
But Mizora and Sawa got affected, and then it's like, oh, Banjo got like super.
He got super god.
Yeah, and Kazumi and Gentoku don't do so hot.
They don't do too hot, yeah.
So they get sent to the pit for bad and naughty riders.
This is where we put the smelly riders.
We'll get back to that later. So
this reminds me why I love builds.
Yeah, I fucking miss Build. I can't wait for the Crosby cinema. I want to see Kilbus.
And we can't wait for those ludicrous things that have been possibly leaked.
The fucking leaker telling us, hey, Madrogue V cinema coming up is also exciting. But yeah, I fucking missed Build, and I'm happy to have some new Build stuff now. The fucking scenes where Sento is like being worn down, trying to run away from the crowd. Like, first of all, very good cinematography. The whole movie.
Like, even my friends who hate Toku were like, "Oh my god, this is great."
Yeah. So
because there's that one where with the I think it was the drone where it's just flying above, and then they catch the drone in the building, and then they continue the thing.
Yeah,
and
fucking wild.
My friends who fucking hate Toku because they talk about it too much were like, "Oh my god, this is wow."
Yeah, just genuinely good cinematography.
Yeah, like this guy's gonna be. Well, we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's just kind
of. But we have more of an exploration. We have more of an exploration of builds being used the weapon of war versus being used for love and peace versus the middle ground of Katsuragi being like, I knew it was going to be used the weapon for war, but I had to make it just so we could fucking kill Evolt. God, I hate that bastard. We have. This is basically. Honestly, you could just rename this movie Kamen Rider Build Gay Rights. Because I don't think it's a controversial opinion to say that this is like Sento Banjo real.
Sento Banjo confirmed.
It's like Tsuchinoko.
Yeah.
It's got
gay
big
real.
gay energy.
It's got the big gay energy. Yeah.
The gay is real.
Yeah. It's very good. We also got to have some nice stuff of Evolt being evil dad again, which was I always appreciate those scenes because
Before we get into that though, we gotta acknowledge the best part of the movie.
What's that?
Related. Sento and the cat.
The dogs, you mean?
Oh, that. The dogs. Yeah.
Dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sento is running away from everyone.
He's hiding in an alleyway.
And he sees some dogs.
And he's like, oh, little angel.
Cute little angel.
And he starts taking pictures of them.
He takes pictures with his phone. And then he, leads it too far, and everybody sees him, and he's like,
damn.
Oh, I'm stupid.
Damn, it's great.
Damn, I'm stupid.
It's like Sento.
And he starts running again.
The physicist who has made the rider system is basically just, hey, he's the hero.
Hey, that doesn't mean he has common sense.
It doesn't mean he's a fucking smart all the time. He
It
just,
doesn't mean that he's not
when you
weak
see
to
a cute dog,
dogs.
the first instinct is to
And
pet.
also the fact that he somehow installed a camera into the phone. That
Okay,
It's a
Fine.
phone. Don't worry about
it's
it.
a phone, but also a bike. Phone bike.
it's like
Phone
the
bike.
camera in the wheel or something.
Yes.
Don't worry about it. That's why he can look at the pictures of the dog while he's riding his bike. It's a win-win.
Win-win.
Yeah. So that was definitely one of the best scenes of it. Definitely one of my favorite scenes.
But,
we-
the
we have
comedy is A+ in build as always.
Yep, definitely. We have confirmation that the whole Blood Clan is they just live for the drama.
Cause they don't have to do that whole like big speech at the beginning.
He could have just fucking Kamen Rider Blood. He could have just used his mind control thing like right away, because people were agitated about the riders either way. It would have worked off their pre-existing fear of build, even
And,
without
you
him giving a
know,
speech about it. But he
he
wanted
Would have
to.
added on to that.
He wanted to do it. He wanted to do a big speech with 3 microphones taped together, by the way, if no one noticed that when we were watching it. He's speaking into 3 microphones at once.
That's normal. They do that at at conferences. And
No,
stuff.
like he's holding 3 microphones at once.
But like, big thing that we got is also with the fact that Gentoku needs 8 hours of beauty sleep every day.
Yeah, or else he will die,
die.
he says.
Yeah, I will die unless I get my
What?
beauty sleep.
The development of Gentoku is by far the
It's the
biggest.
best. I love Gentoku.
He went from that dude we saw at the start, like, oh, what a fucking asshole.
Fuck
And he's
this
like,
guy.
at the end, he's like, this man, I will vote for him.
I will die for
We
this man.
must protect
I will
him.
die for him.
We have to protect
That is-
him.
It's like he went to that little weird vampire arc, and then he's like,
Yeah.
became.
Like that's when he
Trash
started to become
vampire.
better. It's like
I don't understand
the
his
beginning
development,
of this version of Gentoku started from. Shouldn't you know how all this works? And he's like, no. Like what the hell? Weren't you the head of this the science division or something? It was like
Well,
nepotism.
To be honest, Gentoku's always been Moe through helplessness. We just weren't paying attention.
How many times he fell down the stairs? How many
lot.
times?
So much
I
fun.
told you about those stairs, bro.
I told you.
It was so many times. He literally even got
love you,
Banjo.
Gentoku.
It happened to
Yeah.
Banjo one time too, and it was funny.
We love you and your stupid shirts, Gentoku.
And now what's next?
Next level fronted.
We
And it
love
was
you and your next level of fronting.
Is cross build actually looks much better in motion, as with a lot of
Yes.
build kit
Yes,
suits.
it does.
Blood continues to be a very sexy suit design. I don't think that's controversial to say that despite Kamen Rider Blood himself in human form not being very sexy. We're not done, actually, Sota. Fucking god damn it. No, Sota's wrong. Mute yourself again, Sano.
Oh.
So that Blood as a suit design is very sexy. We got a couple bits about Evolt and the rest of the Blood Clan.
Daddy Evolt.
Yeah, that Evolt wasn't 100% dead
Evolt's a
set on
big
destroying
rebel.
the planet.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? I think maybe the reason why what Evolt was doing at the end of Build was a little confusing was probably because he was confused
Yeah.
now. Because
Yeah.
he got human emotions, and then he started getting attached to Earth, even though he was still like, but I also want to eat it, though.
He's like, it's
He
like
I
wants
want
to
to eat
vor
it
the
and
earth.
cherish it as a part of me forever.
It's like
I
the
love this
problem
place,
of wanting to eat your cake and have it too.
I love
I-
this.
I want this cake, but I want to eat it too.
Yeah, it's like that.
I want to frame this cake and hold it in my heart
And
forever,
fuck
and
with,
in my stomach.
Also, fuck with the humans on it.
We
Forever.
could have had more
I want to
addressing
eat
that.
this.
I hope we
I
do get more addressing that in the Cross V cinema because Evolt will be back.
Yes.
But for now, I like what we got, and I like that we got him being Sento's weird, kind of supportive, also
Evil
kind of
dad.
talking shit, evil dad. That was
Because
that
at
was
first
nice.
he's
I
like,
like when
I'm
he
not
does
gonna
that.
get involved with your evil schemes or whatever, blood
But then
assholes.
it's like, oh, you're fucking with Sento too much. No, only I get to fuck with him.
They're like about to kill him, and then that's the only time we
Yeah.
see Black Hole in the entire movie. When...
Yeah, Black Hole comes in to fucking save Sento because like everyone else is either in the pit or like mind controlled, and it's
Yeah.
like who could save Sento? His dad is here, not the dad that died, but the one who killed the dad. That dad.
the evil one.
He's fucking like your dad would be rolling in your grave to Sento, and it's like you can't say
Man,
that.
you got
about
your
the guy
ass
you
kicked, huh?
killed. You can't do that.
I don't know, one of my favorite things is him just like right when Sento gets up, man, you really got your ass kicked.
Yeah, it's great. I fucking love Evolt. I miss him.
And then the only time we see Utsumi in the entire movie,
Yeah!
Rose really liked it.
Yeah! So we go back to Kentoku and Kazumi in the pit, and
The-
they're trying to, like, escape,
With
but
the
they
human
can't
ladder.
reach the thing, and it's like, oh, if only we had a drivers and Utsumi's in, like, oh, did someone, like, talking about these drivers? Yeah, you better fucking prove you want them then. Get down on your knees and beg
then-
for them.
And then
Beg me.
Katsumi's like, we'll never bow to you, and then he turns
Who
back
will
into
fuck
Kentoku.
with
Gentoku's already on his knees with his jacket off with a fucking.
Listen, man, I already
shirt.
did this once.
A shirt on his,
matter.
a shirt that says his own name on the back
Yeah.
of it.
Every
Yeah.
single time this happens.
No, the
Rose
thing is, he
gains
already
more
did it once,
power.
so he doesn't care.
No, she's gaining more power. No, this
Oh,
every
Rose,
time.
I mean,
this
he's
happens.
like yelling again this time, so I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
But no, Gentoku, like, he already bowed to Itsumi once. It doesn't matter anymore.
I don't know about that, Chief.
But that's just you because of your horniness.
Yeah,
In my
Yeah.
mind, I think it's because I already bowed to him once. It doesn't
the
matter.
rose horny is too powerful. It
It
just
must
keeps
be
happening.
contained.
It keeps happening.
Are you sad that we'll probably never get a Kamen Rider build manhwa like XA
Shut
got?
up! Shut up! Shut up! We aren't talking about that. I specifically told you we weren't
No,
going to.
I'm not
bring
talking
that
about that.
shit
I'm
up.
talking about the literal Kamen Rider XA's manhwa.
Oh yeah, I mean that would be nice if we
For
had to
builds.
build one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where we get like, I'd like to see manga Sento. And shit.
I'd like to see manga Utsumi.
Of course you would.
Ha
Okay.
ha ha! Beat
And
the
then,
dead
But like,
Of
it's
course.
actually airing in South Korea now. I think.
Yeah, the only reason that X8 had that was because I don't think they
didn't
aired
air it,
X8
yeah.
there.
Because
They-
yeah.
Yeah.
So we might not get
Like-
one.
But yeah, then once, all that's dealt with, the budget goes nuts.
Budget goes nuts, and they get. I
Budget
wouldn't say
go
nuts,
up.
because then they start doing the CG bullshit.
It's fine.
Go
the CG
big
bullshit's-
up.
Because
Yeah.
I hate how the Blood Clan is like, oh, evil decided to go up. Well, we're going
Let's go
down.
It's
They
like,
create this
okay.
giant fucking like.
We're gonna
event
we're gonna
horizon
drill to the
death
core
ball drill.
and eat the
Then we're gonna
core.
eat the core. The
And
gooey goodness.
we're gonna eat
And,
that. We're gonna eat that
and-
sweet corona.
And Sento like manages to get Banjo snapped out of the thing, and he's like, "Okay,
Well, actually, it wasn't. I don't think it was. Oh, yeah, he does. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, he fucking
Punches
he
the
uses the golden rabbit
Yeah.
bottle to
Ingenious.
pull Banjo out of blood
Yeah.
because Kamen Rider blood has to fuse with the other Blood Clan members and
Yeah.
Banjo in order to transform.
And
And Banjo's
then-
snapped out of it.
then
Banjo being the
Bernage
substitute for
comes
evil."
out.
Yeah, Bernage
The useless
combines the
goddess.
genius bottle, the silver,
Silver dragon,
dragon,
and the
and
And
gold
Gold
rabbit.
Rabbit.
to make
Into Crow's Bill.
Build can.
yeah.
Yeah, cross build, which has the greatest transformation scene because Sento just starts cranking the thing and Banjo's like walking away, but then it starts it like
He
catches
cuts in
Banjo
front of
as well.
Banjo, and he's
And
like,
hey guys, hey,
I'm
Sento,
kind
I'm
of
stuck.
trapped. I'm kind of Sento, what are you
Henshin!
doing? Are you ready? No,
No!
Henshin!
Yeah, the best part of that
Don't you
honestly is Sento is like the best parts that are Sento completely ignoring Banjo yelling.
Because he's
And just
focused on
transforming
henching.
And Banjo's like little yelp right as the fucking runner
Are you
hits into
ready?
him.
No, I'm not. Ah!
Yeah, it's great.
And then they like
so
fuse
they
and they're
fucking
confused.
fuse.
Dragon.
And we even get a little wind sound like in Double. It's
It's the
great.
exact same sound effect.
This is
Yeah, they-
basically just Double, but imagine if that happened every time for like.
Imagine
instead of
if Double
knocking
was
out-
gayer.
Okay, imagine if Philip and
Somehow.
Shotaro, instead of like one of them knocking out, it just becomes oh god, no, don't get headshot, no.
Well, I mean, no,
It
that's
gets
just
smooshed.
extreme.
We just
Yeah.
Yeah.
they just get duct
It's
taped
like if they
together.
were doing Extreme from the beginning.
Yeah, and they were
Yeah.
they didn't want to.
And then so you're telling me that Extreme is basically the starting point for build, and then
Yeah.
this is just
So
Well, I mean, Double in
even
itself
though-
is the starting point.
even though cross build isn't there for very long, what we do get is very cute with like Sento and Banjo struggling to coordinate until
Yeah.
they unite in their desire to kick Blood's ass. Them talking over each other with their catchphrases. It's really cute.
It's
It's
cute.
very good. They are married now because when the fusion form happens,
This is
cute.
a wedding.
So does that mean like Forze and the other?
no, because that's
No,
not an
because they didn't
actual
fuse bodies.
fusion.
He just took his powers.
Yeah, it's body fusion.
Yeah.
Like that's why
It's
Shotaro
body
and Philip
fusion.
are also married. Don't tell Sano.
And that's why why AG and Ankh,
yeah.
Yes.
because AG used
'Cause-
Ankh's core.
Yeah, because lost.
That's
lost,
basically putting your dick inside.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. I don't know what that means for Emu and Parad, and I don't want to think about
No,
that.
that doesn't
Let's not
count.
talk about that.
That
Let's
doesn't
not talk
count.
about
Because
that.
he's a
Well, no, it's
virus.
more like it's a force.
Self-says.
It is. That is a virus, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
But
So
remember that entire time where
Self-said.
Oh,
had that
stop.
combo
We get-
battle?
we get the awkward but really touching like backhand high five with
Yeah.
them after they like
It's like super awkward.
it's so cute though.
Yeah, it
This
is.
is this is
Also,
And then
basically Jock
Gentoku
the
and
ner-
Gentoku and Kazumin fighting the Summon Sword Virgil lady.
Yeah, fucking scissors smash is super
Yeah,
cool.
the funnel
fucking
lady.
The
She-
other guy, I forget
Zebra
what he
Smash.
Zebra. He's like
actual
Zebra
blood
Smash.
thought.
because he's
Zebra was the other
at one
one.
point she just sits on Gentoku.
No, she doesn't. She sits on like the people who are like
Yeah.
piled up over Gentoku.
She's-
It's
Yeah.
like
Blood thought.
blood thought. Yeah, blood
God, I
thought
wish
finally
that were
real.
me.
But
To
then,
be honest,
but then, yeah, they beat him up, and Kazumin has a really cute scene where he's just like,
lost.
Wait, where am I?
Wait,
Yeah,
Where am I?
because he's got terrible sense of direction. I love it.
I'm
Gentoku
tired of
has this
fucking
cool
your
badass
wife.
moment when he kills
she's
the
a
zebra
tired
smash.
old hag.
She's a tired old hag.
Wait,
Yeah,
Where
Where
am
am
I?
yeah. Gentoku beats the scissors smash because crocodile scissors. They both go like
they
yeah,
do-
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then they do.
With the
He does
proper
the
death
death
roll.
roll.
He does a fucking death roll and it's great.
It's great. I love you, Gentoku. I
I
miss
love
you.
Gentoku.
Snap, snap.
Yeah.
Versus
I need to
snip,
get the
snip.
crack bottle.
Snap, snap wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that happens.
That's
Fucking scissors
that's
smashes.
basically be the one, and, that leads into
these two kids that they saved earlier in the beginning of the
one
movie.
being played
They're-
by
they're
one
like-
Tanahashi's daughter.
the older sister being played by Hiroshi Tanahashi's daughter.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're
They're the only ones who remember the events of the movie. Everyone else got like.
and they're like,
brainwashed,
"Oh,
so-
thanks for saving everybody," and they're like, "Yeah, kid."
But no, they're like, he's like, Mister, thank you for saving us. And like, like Sento's like, no, seriously, drop the Mister.
I'm
in
in
my
like
26.
Because he called him Mister at the start of this movie, and like Sento complained
I'm
both
not
times,
that
like, "I'm not
old.
that
I'm like
old."
26.
Yeah, it's cute. It's just I missed build.
I did.
Zeo is
great.
fun,
But it's
like
not
Zeo
build.
is a different type of thing to build, and I've missed what build is, and I'm glad to have more of it.
And yeah, that's the end of the build movie. Besides the post-credit scene with Zio, which is not
Well,
a lot.
we forgot to mention that other good part of it.
What part?
What other
Kazumin
part?
claiming he didn't see Blood Thought's panties.
Did he?
No, he was when they
Yeah.
get thrown into the
Oh,
pit.
yeah.
He's like, I didn't
He's like,
see your
I swear I
panties.
didn't see your
swear."
panties.
But
I only have
That-
room in my heart for Mitan's panties. I mean,
Oh
what?
wait, no. There's something else we have to talk about,
What,
which
what?
is the fucking scene with the Be the One music box thing, where like
oh yeah,
Sento
that's
and
like
Draggy
the
are
gayest
arguing.
thing ever.
Yeah, where Katsuragi's like, but Banjo's existence only brings destruction, and Sento's like, you don't have all the facts, which are, I love him. That's basically what's going on.
Katsuragi is such a fucking idiot. He's the biggest fucking idiot. His dad's like, okay, Banjo Ryuga, you need to team up with him and save the world. And he's like,
what?
so what you're
Kill
saying
Banjo
is kill
Ryuga?
Banjo Ryuga.
Got it.
Got it. He's like, no.
It's like, it's like, Katsuragi has a problem where he doesn't fucking take responsibility for anything he does wrong in his life.
He's like,
With-
didn't
like,
you work for
he
Ballstock too? It's like, no, that's
Even-
different.
Even when Katsuragi is fucking talking about how making the rider system was a mistake, he is putting the blame of the bad things that happened from making the rider system on other people. Even fucking Utsumi, in the height of his "I've done nothing wrong ever," is still more willing to take
I mean,
responsibility
to be
for
honest,
his
at least-
mistakes than
at least
Yes,
Katsuragi.
Utsumi-
well,
really
here's the
didn't,
thing. Here's the difference. Utsumi takes responsibility for all his actions because Utsumi genuinely believes that none of his actions were wrong.
Katsuragi is like,
knows
I did
that many
something
of his
wrong, but
actions
it's
are
this
wrong, but
fucker's
deflects.
fault.
It's
Yeah.
Evolt's fault for forcing me to. Or
But Utsumi is also really bad with just taking responsibility for
forced my
anything in
hand,
he's
general.
like,
so I
I
had to
can't believe my
sacrifice my
dad was
mom."
working with Evolt. Didn't you also work with Evolt? Shut
That's
up.
different.
Yeah,
I was working with Evolt so I could betray Evolt.
But
oh,
that's
yes,
your
also
very
what
dad
Dad
was
did.
also doing that!
Your dad.
No,
is
it's
doing-
different though.
No, this is not me. Wait.
I'm
I hope they do
Katsuragi.
address that in the
Katsuragi
in
v
Katsuragi
Cinema.
v Cinema.
Yeah, if they make a Katsuragi v Cinema, that
If the Katsuragi v Cinema is in fact real.
because the leaker didn't mention it in his newer post.
Yeah.
He just mentioned the Madrogue one, so maybe it'll come after the Madrogue one, or maybe they're only doing what because he did say the leaker's initial post did say Katsuragi and Madrogue if the Cross one is successful, so it's possible that that plans have changed since then. I don't know.
I like
But,
how
yeah,
like it's the most dumbest thing to try to kill Ryuga because your dad was like, no, you gotta team up with him. He'll save the world.
Yeah. we all gave Shinobu shit for not telling Katsuragi and Sento anything about his plans, but turns out in this movie he totally did, and Katsuragi just didn't fucking listen.
Like a fucking
It puts
idiot.
a new light. It puts a new
He's
light.
like,
in,
he's like, you gotta team up with Banjo Ryuga. He's like, what was that? Steal X8's powers? Alright.
what was that? Kill Banjo Ryuga in his stupid face?
Oh, should I go get... Oh, right, you're telling me to go fuck Gentoku.
No.
Yeah, I fucking hope...
And he's talking to Sento, so it's like, what?
I fucking hope
No, wait.
all the stuff we've talked about gets
Wait.
addressed.
He's like talking to Sento. He's like, you gotta team up with Banjo Ryuga. What? Fuck Banjo Ryuga? You
What?
got it right! You figured it out!
Yeah,
Why does it sound
Shinobu's
like he's getting further away?
Shinobu's like, get you right. But the Blood Clan...
And then
the Blood-
Katsuragi's like, no, straight rights!
No, Katsuragi is gay rights too. It's just he wants to fuck Gentoku. Or did. He doesn't want to anymore because he's a coward.
Gentoku's a bitch ass bitch.
Yeah,
I'm
I
totally putting that link.
that we've totally got off the point.
Yeah,
Making
we've
it, but
gone
I'm not
on
bothered by
Build
that.
Mania again.
I wanted to talk
would
about.
we?
I wanted to talk very briefly because we can probably get into this when the Cross v Cinema comes out and whatever. The build has a thing where all the characters who actually do have proper character development redemption arcs they start becoming better when they actually start taking responsibility for all the bad shit
Yeah.
they've done, while Utsumi and Katsuragi, who don't really get that, have problems with doing so. Utsumi to the point where he doesn't even fucking take responsibility for his own life right up until his death.
He's like, no, I didn't die for you. I just landed in
He's only doing what he's doing because of Namba. He's not actually taken responsibility for his own actions at any point.
Oh.
Katsuragi refuses to take responsibility for anything he's done and just fucking gives up any control of his own body to Sento instead.
He's
You
like the
see-
moment he's like, "Oh, I made the genius bottle. Oh shit, it's not working."
Well, hey Sento,
I think you could do this. Yeah, but I'm the guy who
I
made
think-
it. So
I think if Utsumi had the chance to also just relinquish his body to like a second personality in there, he would. Because they,
well, no,
'cause
he got
Katsuragi needs
upset.
to be both
Didn't he
have
get
that
upset when he got
problem.
controlled by evil?
Because that's because it's Evolved.
Yeah.
I mean, like if he had a similar situation to Sento and Katsuragi, I think
Yeah.
he would do what Katsuragi did.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that Itsumi has to get amnesia and get a new personality.
Which could be his V cinema, maybe. And I don't know how I would feel about that.
He gets controlled by Gentoku, and he's like, "No!"
Oh
He gets
man,
Utsumi
by
in the next
power.
in the next level fronting shirt.
that the possibility, I really,
I think
I
we're
had
getting
this-
way off topic.
yeah, I know,
We are.
but like it's fine. We're still talking about riders, so whatever.
Yeah.
I have the distinct
Utsumi with
idea.
the shirt by Gentoku that says, I'm a bitch, my daddy's a bitch, and my mom's a hoe.
Yeah, I wanted to say, I've had this distinct idea in my mind for quite some time of a Kamen Rider Rogues v Cinema where there is a fusion form for Gentoku and Utsumi, but they can't like turn it off properly throughout the whole thing, so they have to fucking learn not to like hate each other so much. Gentoku has to get over all the fucking crushing guilt he's got. Utsumi just has to stop being such a bitch. Because they have to fucking actually function as a fused individual for the movie. And I think it would be really funny. I want that. But, they said Madrig v Cinema. That's what the leaker said, so it might not be that. But then if that is not what it is, I might just write it as a fanfic. I don't know. I think it's a cool idea, though.
Alright. But I think that's enough be the one, even though there's really
Enough
never
build talk.
enough build talk.
Yes, this always happens.
We love builds!
We love build, yeah.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
it's good,
but we're done with talking about it. There's
oh boy, here I go.
next we
building
have
again.
other Toku stuff to talk about. First off, we have to talk about the new Sentai, which we honestly haven't caught up with Lupin Ranger, which I've been meaning to do.
Yeah, just
Same.
sandbag loop hat.
No.
No,
I
I've been
wanna-
meaning to. It's because
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
just
caught
haven't
up.
had the
You know what I
time
mean.
to.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
I'll
But
try to
we
watch
need
it
to
by
talk
next
about-
podcast.
We need to talk about Ryu Soldier,
Because
which has been properly revealed by Toei, and there's some information on it. The cast will be announced early February on a live stream.
it'll be streamed just like all those Rider and Sentai's ones.
Between Ryu Soldier and
Is Sano even coming
the
back?
end
Or
of
is it
Lupin.
Oh
gone?
yeah, we gotta
there's
Bring back
the,
Sano.
Okay,
there's
there we
yeah,
go.
I already pinned Sano. He's back. February 6th is when we will find out the cast of Ryu Soldier. It begins in March. Between the end of Lupat and the beginning of Ryu Soldier, there will be a 4 or 5 part special starring a bunch of legend Sentai.
Including
Captain Marvel.
There's
Captain
Captain
Marv.
Captain Marvelous, the Georgia Red.
Zeo Eagle.
Yeah,
What was the other red?
it. Oh God.
Was it Lucky?
No.
It was Ninja Red. And then
Ninja Red.
we have
And then
we have Stinger
Stinger.
and the pink Tokizure.
Tokyo Rokugo? Right?
Tokyo.
Five?
I think it's
Tokyo
Tokyo
Go-Go.
Go-Go.
Go-Go, right, yeah. Whatever. Pink.
Yeah, pink.
Whichever the pink one is.
Yeah,
Number
they're
5.
all gonna hang out.
And there's gonna be other ones as well, but they're like the main ones
Yeah.
for this.
They're the big
Um,
ones.
Which is,
yeah.
again, something that the leaker told us would be a thing way back when, so...
How many things are you gonna sacrifice to get your Utsumi movie, Rose?
I don't want to sacrifice Sentai, because Ryu Soldier is like this because Sentai ain't doing so hot right now. We
Sentai-
probably already mentioned that.
Yeah, Sentai. Like I
Okay.
like Sentai, but like,
But
They're not doing good.
Something interesting about Ryu Soldier.
Because
First of all-
Toy
like
sales.
because toy sales, because all the fucking loot patch shit is expensive and, not like
too
easy
engaging.
and not engaging, and that's why Ryu Soldier's stuff looks like it's just gonna be more fucking like
Toy.
key collectathon things, because that's easy money.
Yeah.
So,
Nice and cheap, and they're very easy to manufacture, so there'll be lots of them, which means
First
a
of
lot
all-
of money over time.
First of all, the writer for Ryu Soldier is someone who's mostly written J-dramas and not tokusatsu.
And we
Mizo
saw
Shogo.
how that worked with Build.
Yeah, it worked pretty well for Build, so I guess they're trying to do the same thing for
And
Ryu
the
Soldier.
director for Ryu Soldier,
The main
is
director.
the main director
Is
is
the
the
guy
guy
who
who
did
directed
Build
Be
Be
the
the
One.
And
Yeah.
I think
So it's clearly
someone
someone who
else-
understands how to do interesting things with
cinematography. Yeah.
cinematography and with a tokusatsu thing.
Yes. So that's a fucking thing that's happening, and that's great. That's fucking interesting. I'm glad that we're going to just get more stuff directed by this guy because his fucking directing is great. Kami Orochi is a fucking beast, and I want to see more. I always want to see more stuff from him, so this is great. Oh, by the way, they have confirmed that the actual proper spelling for Ryu Soldier is Ryu Soldier, RYUSOULGER, which is weird, but okay.
Ryu Soldier.
Like
Yeah.
it's pronounced like a soldier. Soul.
Yeah.
Which makes
because
sense.
his big dragon
And they use like
dino souls.
Dragon
Dragon Knight.
Dino
Keys.
Souls. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all we can really talk about that.
And
is-
together they can fight the fight.
Like they got
Let's ride.
one thing that always upsets me, and this is a commonality in Sentai and not so much Power Rangers, is the 4 boys 1 girl team.
Yeah.
That's always a big annoyance to
They
me.
need to shake that up a bit.
Like they
Uh,
do sometimes do 2 girls, 3 boys. It just
They've done it like way more often since the turn of
I would
the.
probably say it's more the 2 girls has probably become more the majority.
It has become
like-
more of the majority, and like
That's why
but
it's,
it's
a
still
shame
usually-
that-
it annoys me when they do it.
if they ever not do it, it's because like they're mixing up. They're doing something to mix up the colors. You know.
Oh yeah,
That and-
a quick-
There is a reason, and it's because it's trying to like aim more for the target demographic by having more male characters.
Yeah. But even
But
even
Sentai's more
the well, at least for Ryder, the producer, what's his name
He-
again?
fucking Shirakura. who
Shirakura P.
I think Shirakura it was either Shirakura or Riku Sanjo who was like, we can't have a yellow in Kyoryuja because that's too girly. Like we can't have it be too girly or something like that. Even like I think that was Shirakura who said that.
No.
Even he is like, we need to maybe have more girls in
because
Ride
this
now.
isn't just because it's not just boys watching it; it's girls now.
And so
Well,
like
no,
it's kind of
I'm
weird
just
that
saying that,
Ryu
like,
Soldier's
if-
still doing
If
this.
Sentai is suffering this bad, going for the major demographic is probably a better. Safer
Oh
bet,
no!
yes.
Okay,
Everything
fact,
about Ryu Soldier is let's make a safe bet. Let's
fact
get.
checking will ruin this podcast. Sakamoto was the one who said that about the yellow. It wasn't either of the ones I
Koichi
said. sorry.
Sakamoto,
But
Yeah, Koichi Sakamoto.
but, there
creepy
was
about
just a-
underage
there-
the guy
girls.
who explicitly requested that there be an arc where Kyoryu Violet gets passed on to a girl.
I think that was more like
the writers.
like going like, okay, fine, we can have a second one, just not yellow.
Just not yellow. And it's like, but yeah, just
Kyoryu Barrett.
I just hope
Yeah.
that Shirakura P actually does stuff with the whole. This is not just we have to put women like.
Well, he was saying stuff about getting more women working
On the thing,
on like Rider and stuff, so they could actually have
like multiple points of view.
like actual female perspectives instead of
But
just
let's
dudes
just hope
trying
that
to
wasn't
write
just
that.
something he said for the camera.
Yeah, let's hope so. Because
Yeah.
I wish Sour could have been a.
I want
Sour could have been a
Tsukiyomi Raider.
Yeah, I
and
want
they teased
fucking
that.
Tsukiyomi Rider. They teased that in a 0.5. 0.5s are over, by the way, because they are now doing those Future Rider spin-off
Yeah,
things, and they
so
probably
no
need
more
the budget
0.5,
for that.
sadly.
But
more
that's
silly
fair.
0.5s. But that's fair, especially since the last one ended with fucking Toei's Assassins or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
Toei's
Yeah,
Assassins
last one
come and
ends
kill.
with Toei's assassins fucking drowning the producers in Tokyo Bay.
Sorry, Shirakura P.
Sogo pulls out a fucking gun.
Just a real ass
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah,
Where did you
Real
get
ass
that,
gun.
Sogo?
he's gonna
Internet.
be king.
My uncle had it.
King. Why does your uncle have a gun? Aren't those illegal in Japan?
He...
I made it not illegal.
Anyway, yeah, so that's all we can really say about Rhea Soldier. They got some cool gimmicks. Looks like it's coming on down the pipeline.
Gridman ended.
Gridman ended fantastically.
Man,
Yeah.
Baby Down Down.
Baby
Down,
Dan
baby
Dan.
Baby.
Baby Dan.
Dun. It was fucking fantastic.
I don't want to talk about it at length because if you haven't seen Gridman, go fucking watch it. It's like 12 episodes.
Yeah, we'll
Fucking
spoil the
great.
shit out of Be the One. We're not gonna spoil Gridman.
Well,
Because that...
Because
Yeah,
Build has
but-
been because this is a
Yeah. Right.
Another thing that we can talk about, though, is the release of Tokusatsu Gagaga.
Oh yeah, Tokusatsu Gagaga, the manga about a office worker who
Lady.
is
Big
a
Toku
lady
nerd.
who
Big
is
Toku
a
nerd,
secret
just
Toku
us.
nerd.
Just like us.
Yeah. The fucking manga, I've seen shit like where she's talking to another female like Toku fan, and it's like, what's the best aspect of this main character? It's like, oh, this like the suit, and she's like, the ass. Like she's thinking that like. There's apparently an arc in the manga where she's like dealing with like toy leaks of the
Yeah.
next upcoming season. Like
It's like too
Too
relatable.
real.
This is too real. This is too close to the real
And they
experience.
are
back, it's
releasing
real.
a TV series, but not like most series. This is not getting an anime. This is getting a live-action drama.
Live action drama, yeah. With actual like tokusatsu quality, like
Yeah. Stuff. Yeah, like
standard
Tokusatsu
quality
scenes.
tokusatsu scenes of her watching her show.
Yeah, it's great. I'm really excited for it. The fucking suit designs are great. This actually looks to be a good adaptation just from like the trailer or whatever. And even if it isn't, we'll get good, suit scenes and stuff. So whatever. And even if the adaptation is bad, we can still read the manga.
Yeah.
Because that's
manga
good.
still exists. But yeah, that's all we can really say about Tokusatsu Gagaga. It looks
Let's
good.
go-
I'm gonna watch it.
Let's go back to Ryder because I want to talk about the things that Leaker-san on 4chan
Alright,
has
go
told
ahead.
us. So another Cross trailer came out.
God, we
narrated
are a bunch
by...
of weebs, aren't we?
Yeah, well,
Leaker-san.
It's fine.
Leaker said
Liquor's
bye.
Japanese.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm just like
No,
the,
I want to
the
make
casual way we just all like went with that.
I want to make it clear that I'm talking about this specific leaker guy, so I figured we needed like a shorthand nickname for him.
Leaker-san.
Yeah, so he's back. He had screen caps of the new Cross trailer before it came out, the one narrated by Evolt, where Evolt says that unlike him, Kilbus is a
Unlike me, Kilbus is a hedonist who lives only for destruction.
yeah, which is ridiculous.
Well,
Evolt,
because
who do you think
they
you're
specifically,
fooling?
it's understandable because Evolt wanted to destroy everything
Everyone
but
but
him. And Kilbus
Kilbus
wants to
wants-
destroy everything, including himself.
Yeah. Kilbus is like, I'm gonna kill everybody and then myself, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
He's an edgy teen.
He came in with the
But
screen
he's
caps.
the king.
So the things we've got are another Zeo and Gates appear at some point in Zeo, potential last boss. Quiz and Shinobi will return, Decade will return, Zeo have at least one more rider. It's unclear whether he means like another future one, in which case he
Ooh,
might just be
okay.
referring to
Mild
Kikai.
speculation.
Yeah.
What?
Do you know what I want another Zio to be?
What?
Yeah.
I want Omazio to take his old Zio ride watch, and it just fucking corrupts because he's so angry, and he just shoves it into himself.
Oh, that'd be
That-
cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But I hope if he does mean another like
He
writer,
pulls out like a twisted Jikan grade,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that'd be
I
cool.
really hope that we get Kamen Rider Tsukiyomi.
Yes.
Yeah, same.
We better.
If
Sit-
not, Shirokura P, you got some explaining to do.
It could easily be like that typical like third or fourth rider thing where the third or fourth rider gets one form that's equal to like the later forms of
Like
the
Rogue.
mid-season power up at least.
Like Rogue.
Yeah. Like Rogue or like Necrom had that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Visa next Kamen Rider was in plan. Visa next Kamen Rider Mad Rogue in plan. Interesting that they're planning the was one so early, but maybe they could have planned the cross one that early as well. We don't know. Mad Rogue being mentioned, Katsuragi one not being mentioned, which is interesting, but whatever. Suna Kato, Junon Superboy in cast Ryu Soja. Toei tried hard to obtain notable staffs. Kamirochi made director of show to keep him with Toei. Series will be big, fun, dramatic. Toei plan Super Sentai Ninja Girls
Big,
and Go On
fun,
Girls.
dramatic.
That's some
Visa next for next year if Sentai die. Keep Sentai in popular mind until it recovers. The Shirokura plan for new Tokusatsu is armored heroes who become giant machines and robots. That's what he says. So
If Sentai is saved, will they go forward with that anyway?
probably. Yeah.
probably.
It would be nice to have for them to have that as a safety net. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, here's a new thing. It's basically because what it sounds like basically a combination of Sentai and Rider.
Yeah.
Because it's like we're gonna have the big
We're
robots.
gonna have the one guy, but then the one guy becomes the big robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean like Ultraman?
Well, no,
Yeah,
because
like
Ultraman's a guy and not a robot.
It's like Metal.
He becomes the big guy, but
You
like
mean like
the-
Gridman?
I think like the idea is he fights as like a guy, and then when the situation calls for it, he turns into the big robot.
Yeah.
You mean like Magi Ranger?
Yeah,
I guess.
I guess.
But yeah, we're gonna see what happens with that when the time comes.
Considering he's now name dropping a specific person in the cast for
It's probably gonna happen
Ryusoju,
sooner.
we'll fucking see.
Because
We'll
we are
fucking see
we
if
are
he's
entering
right or not.
we are entering that new era of Japan in April. I
Yeah.
believe Heisei is gonna end in April.
Well, Soldier begins in March.
So,
we
yeah.
get the cast early February, so early February we will see if this guy has been taking us for a fucking ride this whole time.
It's like, I fooled you all. I'm just really good at guessing.
Also, I have access to like the Toei YouTube channel, but that's it.
That's it. I've been
He hacked
fooling
it.
you all. Ha!
God, could you imagine?
Eat it, fucking gaijins.
And then, but yeah, that's about enough.
Frickin' weeds!
That's that's Toku talk for this week. Now we could talk about some other stuff.
Yeah.
And first off, fuck the Crunchyroll Awards, and that's all I'll say.
Okay, good. Yes. Moving on.
Gridman got
Yes.
snubbed. That's about all that's
Snubbed big time.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, hard.
super. And
Tokuphobia prevails.
Aww.
I'm not 100% sure if it's Tokuphobia.
I thought we said we were done.
Yeah, okay, moving
Anyway,
on.
moving on. I guess we'll go around the room, starting with
I
Rose.
want to talk about my week because there is a lot to it.
More like
Your
a
two-
month.
you mean your 2 months?
Yeah, my 2 months. Okay, so first of all, went to MAGfest. I think that's the first.
That's the
most
biggest
important
thing.
That's the biggest thing. Yeah.
MAGfest this year
Music and Game
was
Convention.
the third to the 6th of January.
The music and
And
games festival, right?
this is a rather like this is a rather big thing for you because you don't live in the United States.
Yeah.
Where you could like do this on a whim. So
The only times I've ever been to America are this year and last year when I went to MAGfest. So that's a fucking thing. It was a lot more awkward getting there because, first of all, my fucking flight
Was
from
delayed.
Heathrow got delayed by 2 hours.
And you had to
Also-
make a big layover in
Yeah,
Rose Shrimp lost in New York.
yeah, Rose Shrimp 2 lost in New York. That happened. At the very least, we all
she beat up some of the wet bandits.
we everyone who was
She only beat
affected.
up Marv. She didn't beat up Harry.
The very least, everyone who was affected was given a hotel room to stay in for the night, so I had to sleep in New York.
How was the
for night.
hotel, by the way? Was
It
it like a
was-
nice
it
hotel,
was-
or was it like just a?
It was a nice hotel.
cheap,
It was
like-
weird.
I do remember you complained of loneliness.
Yeah,
yeah.
because they.
Because she
they-
wanted to be in MAGfest and hang out with the
Guys.
other people, right?
Yeah, they put
Yeah.
us. They put us in rooms that were like. They put me at least in a room that was clearly intended for multiple people to usually be in. So it had like 2 beds, and it was like the same kind of size that the MAGfest rooms were at. So I felt really lonely sleeping in there when like no one else was. But that's better than being put in a room with some randos from the same
Yeah.
plane, So that was weird. Then I finally got to MAGfest. I missed the fucking Bionicle Law panel because of my flight scheduling. So that
Wait, there was
sucked.
a Bionicle Lord?
There was the shit out of a Bionicle lore panel. If
'Cause,
NJS were
'cause-
here, he would be able to talk about it.
But
Shit,
Yeah.
I need to go to MAGfest sometime.
I
I
need to go
also
to
need to
MAGfest,
go
too.
to MAGfest
We
I
all
also
need
would like to
come
go to
to
MAGfest.
in the event that we should
Uh,
try.
Great!
Is that-
Is
wait,
now
is
can we have the
MAGfest
big
easy?
furry orgy?
So I finally got to MAGfest. The
Oh, we'll have the
whole
big Bionicle
time.
orgy.
the whole time we were all
Become
quoting
one
the
big
fucking
Toa
real-time Sonic Adventure 2 dub there, by the way. We had a group viewing of it in the hotel room
Yeah.
for everyone who hadn't
And
already
that's
seen
why
it.
that's honestly part of the big reason why we're kind of obsessed with it. Because before we were just
Yes.
kind of obsessed with the whole Shadow the Hedgehog pissed on my wife.
But
now
then
it's
we've
just the whole
watched it
thing.
multiple times. We've all watched it multiple times now, and it's just
And I only
the
just saw it
greatest
last night.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was fucking great. There were some weird panels, some panels that had interesting like topics, but then they didn't do them very well. The Persona 20, the Persona panel just ended up being talking about Persona 5, even though the title of it
Was
very
20 years in
explicitly
the...
seemed to
Velvet
be referring to all of it. It was kind of disappointing.
Did
that
they
was
even mention Persona 1 and 2?
They mentioned 2. They didn't mention 1.
Of course, because who cares about 1 and 2?
I
Cares
Yeah.
about that boy with the earring.
That's the joke called.
Yeah. So that was disappointing. I left that partway through.
Yeah, because
The
like...
Donkey Kong. There was a panel about Donkey Kong, the Donkey Kong animated series, and Buddhist philosophy, which is actually really entertaining. It was only 30 minutes long, but it was so packed in one of the smaller panel rooms that like people were just standing around the doorway, making sure not to block it so it wouldn't be a fire hazard, watching it, because including me, because I got there a little late.
Yeah.
I got there like 2 minutes late and it was already packed. That was a great panel. Never thought I would say this, but deep.
Deep.
It's like it's obvious the dude making it. It's obvious he cherry picked like the examples to make it fit that, but that's what made it so
Obviously,
fucking
yeah.
funny. That's what made it so funny.
You could just make a panel about anything you want.
That's
Yeah,
how-
it turns out you can just say whatever you want. It turns out you can just say whatever words you want
next
and whatever
next
order you
next
desire.
year at MAGfest,
So look forward to our panel at
where we make
MAGfest
fun of Rose
here.
Shrimp.
where
No.
we make fun of Rose and
Make fun
And
of
discuss Common Rider
We'll make fun of
Building's
her
relation-
shoes. Ha.
We're-
relation relation
I
to
actually
BDSM.
We do have we did have a one, right?
We did have I did have an actual panel idea, yeah.
It was something about like the difficulties of adapting Toku or something.
Yeah.
But it was about like adapting Toku into the West, why it's still like treated the way that Power Rangers is in general,
Yeah.
while anime has gone to like people not wanting it to be given the 4Kids treatment anymore, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Don't want to talk about it at length because then that would just be spoiling what the panel
Yeah.
would fucking be.
Come
But,
to
you know,
MAGfest next year, maybe.
I
Come
actually
to MAGfest next year. See a bunch of fucking nerds who've never done a panel in their life try to have a concise, organized discussion about the difficulties of adapting Japanese specific media to Western audiences.
despite the fact that none of us have any experience in that industry. Anyway,
Yeah.
it could be worse than the YouTube poop panel, which had ended up being kind of fucked up because they had audio issues for a ton of it, and ended up
Nice.
just becoming kind of a loose Q&A, which sucks really bad because I was hoping
We
they like,
came here to watch YouTube poops, not listen
No,
to you guys.
I came here to discuss the complexities of fesh pence, and
I
I'm not
came
getting
here.
that.
I came
Guys,
here.
let her
Guys,
talk.
let her talk. Yeah.
there were people right behind us in the crowd quoting Fesh Pins before the panel started, so that was great. It was like just it's a shame because I do have respect for
If I
YouTube
may,
poop as an
Rose.
art form.
No.
If I may, Rose, did they have a leg in one hand and a brr in the other?
I think that was one of the lines they quoted.
Yeah, but yeah, you're saying.
I do have actually a lot of respect for YouTube poop as an art form, and I think that it has influenced a lot of what the internet is today. And I was hoping that we'd get discussion on that, but we didn't really get like anything really in depth on that, and that was a shame. So that panel's weird. The Siva Gunner one was fun. They explained why the channel had disappeared. They got copyright stricken by Sony of Japan. They announced that they'd be doing a second King for a Day tournament, which is good because maybe this time fucking Professor K will win, maybe, so we can get fucking Jet Set Radio rips. They as a newcomer, they're adding a newcomer to it, and they decided they would take it from the audience so everyone could vote, could submit a character name, and they'd pick. And it turned out to be a quote from Cave Story. I shouldn't have gone to the Siva Gunner panel because it meant that I had to wait 3 hours in line for the Best Friends meetup, which happened at the same time, but I'll get to that. There was the Use Your Words panel that Paige, Pat's girlfriend, was on. She won. She did it big, strong.
Big and strong.
Yeah, big and strong. That was good.
Biggest and the strongest.
Sitting right like 2 seats away from Pat was weird, but that was fun. They fucking sung "Happy Birthday" to me right after the panel ended. It was the
Oh
worst.
yes, that's a joke that that's a joke that we haven't brought up on the.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
for some fucking reason now, everyone says "Happy Birthday" to me every single day, and it's the worst. And people keep getting the former Best Friends play members.
So
Say
for
it
the
every
context,
stream.
hang on.
Oh, yeah,
before
Ross,
before
happy
the context
birthday.
Okay,
of the
let her
joke,
explain it.
before the context of the joke,
No,
what's
you
your
let her
for
explain.
the context of
Let
the
her
joke? What is
Let
explain.
her
the
explain
actual...
it. It's her
Soraku,
joke.
it's her thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to let Soraku explain,
Oh.
actually.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, like, you know, what for the context of the joke, what is your actual birthday?
May the 16th.
Yeah. So on the joke just pervades that, you know, and literally whenever somebody feels like it, they just say happy birthday and then everyone joins in. And
So,
at one point on one of Wooly's streams, somebody donated to Wooly and told him to give Rose a happy birthday. Wooly, innocently not being aware of the joke, complied and said happy birthday to Rose. Later at MAGfest, Wooly, Pat, being fully aware of the joke, got everybody in to give a happy
Pat-
birthday to Rose.
Pat did it 3 times on stream before MAGfest. He fucking knew. Paige knew because she'd already seen it in the Discord. And then after the Use Your Words panel, they fucking sung Happy Birthday to me, right? And I thought, okay, then it's fine. I ran into Wooly in the arcade, and he said Happy Birthday to me, but then was like, yeah, I get the joke. I know that this is the joke. I know it's not your birthday. I was like, yeah.
Did you ever see the thing in the remake stream?
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a thing. Use Your Words panel's fun. Throne controllers is always fun. It's fucking packed always, so it's a pretty good idea to get there.
Wait,
if you go to MAGfest next year,
I don't know what
make
this panel
sure-
is. What is it exactly?
It's the Runaway guys, Chunky
Yeah, the
Conroy,
game
Proton
show.
John,
Oh,
Nintendo
okay.
Capri-Sun. It's a fun game show thing.
Oh, I see.
There's a ton of people who go there though every single time, so I recommend queuing up really in advance for it. That was fun. Then the best friends meetup happened, and
You got a hug from
last year the line was really long. However, I managed to kind of cheat my way right to the front because they I was there before the meetup probably started, and they pointed at this guy in a chicken costume. It was like, he will be the start of the line, and I was standing close to him already, so I just kind of inched over, so I was standing right behind him, so I was like second. That did not happen. That did not happen this year because I was at the Siva Gunner panel until right before the meetup started.
So you were at the back of the line.
That was a mistake. I ended up in the middle of the line, and the line was excessively long. It took 3 hours total for us to get to the front of the line. Me and Te-Eagle won from the Discord, which was a very tiring time. They had to actually move us because we were where if the listener has been to MAGfest or knows what the Gaylord Hotel Resort looks like at the National Harbour, there is this area in the middle of the atrium which has like a fountain. We were queuing around that.
I've never been to MAGfest, but I did have to go to the Gaylord place because there was a Sting concert I went to.
Yes, I'm sure you know what the atrium looks like, right? The fountain in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was going all the way around the atrium to the point where it was apparently a fire hazard. So some MAGfest staff came over like, you guys are causing a fire hazard. They were like, yeah. And then another person came out and was like, are you the guys causing a fire hazard? Yeah. And then they got moved to there's a hallway inside that doesn't get used all that much.
This was the line for the best friends meetup?
Yeah. The best friends no longer.
What a sterling community.
Since last year, they didn't get to do a panel, so this is the best they could do. So they got moved to what I refer to as the scary hallway because it is out of the way of all the actual stuff happening at MAGfest. There's nothing set up in there. There were just 2 tables that were sort of set up like a desk at the side, and I just joked did they plan this? And Wooly was just like, welcome to the office. So the meetup moved there. We got moved in groups of 20 people. It was very concerning to be brought down the scary hallway at first. I got hugs from from Wooly, Pat, and Paige. I didn't need them to sign anything because I had already got Face Off signed last time. And what happened?
Have you even seen Face Off before?
No, I haven't. What happened when I got to the front of the line was Pat recognized me. I don't know if he recognized me just in general or if it was specifically just from earlier in the day, whether he would have recognized me if I hadn't already run into him that day. Pat recognized me, and he pointed and he went, "Hey guys, it's Rose's birthday!" And I was so fucking furious. Everyone sang happy birthday to me except Wooly. I just hugged him and he was like, I'm not singing, Rose. I didn't sing. Always remember that. So Wooly is the only person I can fucking trust now. Wooly is not caught up on Gridman, but he had started watching it, so he is going to finish it. and it was fun. The meetup was fun despite how tiring it was. However,
This
it-
was before the badness, right?
the
Before the Dark Age.
Or was this
No, it's
after?
after.
the what do you mean by
Yeah,
know
what do you
what we
what?
Like
like
the
the channel
breakup-
ending?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this was after the channel ending.
Okay.
This is MAGfest.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
making sure because I didn't remember exactly when, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
The channel ended before
Soraku.
Christmas. So
the something. So, however, being on my feet for so long did cause a problem because some fucking. So, because my flight there to America got fucked with, apparently that also fucked with my like ticket number on the way back. So I had to go get manually checked in rather than checking in online. And the woman I was checking in with was super fucking judgmental.
Judgmental.
Like, okay, I understand that the idea of a 19-year-old girl going to America from another country to meet up with internet friends may, to an older person who isn't experienced how the internet is or whatever, and has heard all the fear-mongering about, like, going to meet internet friends, they're all pedophiles, ooh. I can understand that being, worrying, but after I've said for the 5th time I've met up with these people tons of times before, I know them, I look tired because I was at a convention, I am shaking on my legs because I have been up on my feet for 3 hours last night. I look nervous because I am nervous about my ticket number being fucked with. I don't want to be judged for why I am in the country in the first place as I am leaving it.
Wait, why was she even asking that? Like, was she just like, "Why are you in the country? Why did you go?"
It was she was just like initially she just asked how old I was. I was like, yeah, I'm 19. She's like, you're on your own, and I was like, yeah. And
apparently this lady has never heard of
MAGfest.
I would have given this lady the business because I have been flying on my own since I was 14. So
Jesus.
yeah.
Wow.
What you're saying,
Yeah.
Arose?
Yeah, it's like she fucking. I didn't need that because even when I landed back at home, because of a couple things she'd worded it all weirdly, I was worried that she'd fuck with my luggage as a sort of tactic to stop me from wanting to go to America again. I was worried because of how fucking judgmental she was being, so that wasn't fun.
Like what exactly caused her to become
it's-
judgmental?
It was like she was just like, you shouldn't be doing this. I was like, but like it's been fine. She was like, who paid for the tickets? Like, I did. My parents let me. She's like, yeah, they let you fly on your own. It's like, yeah. She also was like judging everyone else I'd met up with for like not coming to the airport to see me off, despite the fact I told her, but they're also all heading home today as well.
Yeah.
Specifically, she said something that I may have misheard because bad with accents or whatever. But it was something about like you need to have you're gonna have a bad experience. You need to have a bad experience to stop doing this. I was worried because I'd heard that. I was worried she was going to fuck up where my luggage is going to, so that I would be like, oh god, something bad happened. I don't want to go flying on my own again. Like, no, I would have complained to Delta Airlines, bitch. I would have gotten you fired.
Yeah.
but that
What you're
didn't happen.
saying is that you were gonna have a bad time.
Yeah. So that didn't happen, and I landed at home safe, but very tired because I did not sleep on the flight at all. And I got home after getting off the coach. I got home, took a couple of things out of my bag, ate a bunch of spaghetti, slept from
day?
3 p.m. to 9 p.m., then went back to sleep, woke up at 2 a.m., and then went back to sleep and woke up at like 11? So I slept a lot.
I want if I may, I want to point out for the listeners that you haven't told us that off the podcast. That's the first time we've heard
she
that.
told us.
I
Did you?
mentioned it to
Yeah.
mentioned it to some people. I don't remember who I even mentioned it
I
to.
remember,
But
I
like,
remember you talking about how you slept a whole bunch, like an entire day.
No.
I read
I
about
mean
it.
the
airline thing, yeah.
yeah,
that.
the airline thing. I was ranting about it in the MAGfest server and the MAGfest channel that was made in the Discord. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't mention to you guys specifically, but like, it was I was ranting to the people who had, I'd been hanging out with.
Who had been there? Yeah.
Yeah, but that pissed me off. Why is it that something bad always happens to me at like the airports, but then nothing really bad happens at MAGfest?
Wait, what? Were you flying Delta Airlines?
Because I could afford it. I can't afford
explains
better
it.
airlines. The flight there was Virgin Atlantic, Delta Airlines, but then the
Yeah.
flight back was just Delta Airlines.
I think what it is less about Delta Airlines and more about the kinds of people who fly on Delta Airlines, where the people who are assholes.
I just really love that John Mulaney
Tend to
bit.
fly
That's
Delta.
really it.
Because we're Delta Airlines, and life is a fucking nightmare. While I was in New York, that was all I could think about.
You ever get on a flight and you get on a bad flight and like you go on let's make up an airline, I don't know, like Delta Airlines or something.
That whole bit was just going through my head all the time that I was in New York.
I love you,
So
John Mulaney.
then on the flight back, I watched two things. First of all, I watched the second live-action Gintama movie because my flight there last year, I watched the first one. The live-action Gintama movies are surprisingly good considering the usual quality of live-action anime movies.
Japan knows how to make a good Chanbara film. They know how to make a good samurai film.
If
anyone should.
Yeah. Also, Kamen Rider Meteor and Fillet, their actors are in there, and they're also in the first one, so I would recommend it if you have interest in Gintama. Then the second thing was, I was tired, but I couldn't sleep because I couldn't adjust my seat back, it wasn't working. So I was like, okay, let's look through the other Japanese films in here, maybe they have something else with a Toku actor in it. They did! They had one with Michi's actor, and it's called Tori Girl. And the whole... Yeah, bird means bird girl. The whole premise of it is it's a rom-com. I'm not a huge fan of rom-coms usually, but this one's really good. The whole premise is the main character, she failed to get into the university she wanted to go to. She just kind of just drifts through life doing whatever, doesn't really have a goal. Ended up going to an engineering big nerd university, just because that was the only place that she could get to. Every single person there besides her and like two other girls are like nerd boys with glasses. So the whole start of the movie was her complaining about it, and it was a surreal experience because of how tired I was. I didn't exactly expect to I didn't expect to hear the word Megane so much that day, considering I wasn't really around people who would be saying it to me. But I did anyway. The girl literally joins the club, the Team Birdman trial, which is basically a club for creating human-powered planes, as in like you have two people pedaling bikes inside the plane.
Fly the plane, yeah.
To fly the plane. She joins that club because one of the heads of the club, who's played by Michi's actor, she's super thirsty for him, and is like, oh, he's cute, I'm gonna join the club so I can get closer to him. And her friend is like great. She's like, you really don't just join the club just because of that, come on. But
he's like, I'ma fuck him.
Yeah, so she joins the club and is convinced that she's going to get to be one of the pilots because she's one of the only people in the club who's actually capable of pedaling for a long time.
Yeah.
Because all the others are weak-ass nerds who get tired super quick. But it turns out that Michi's actor's character, Kei, actually mostly got her to join so he could bring back the other pilot, who is like super try hard, trying to act like a cool delinquent yakuza guy, Sakaba, but he's just kind of a nerd and kind of like a coward as well. He's afraid of water. So the main conceit of the movie is her rivalry with Sakaba slowly turning into
Romance.
kind of romance, kind of not.
Will they, won't they?
Yeah, it's less will they won't they, more like them arguing goes from like them genuinely hating each other to the way they show affection is like arguing, but it's like actually really cute. Like they're talking shit to each other, but it's really cute. I don't know how to describe it beyond that. Yes, there's a love triangle aspect, but that's not really all there is to it.
It's really just funny.
Yeah, their character dynamics are great, even disregarding the romance aspect. Weird thing, Crow's Zero gets mentioned by name, and it's like, Muto Shogo, stop following me. Stop it. Why is Crow's Zero a constant in my life, despite the fact I've never had an interest in it?
Yeah, we all watched it. It was great.
Tory Girl is a very good movie, and I highly recommend it, even if you don't typically have an interest in rom-coms. You should still go and watch it, though the subtitles I used to watch it were on the video on demand plane thing, and those don't appear to be available anywhere else, so you'll have to use fan subs, and the only ones I've found aren't quite finished. They are very good ones, but they aren't like done. So maybe wait a little bit, but still go and watch it. It's good. That's Tori space girl, Tory Girl. And that's basically my week, I guess.
Your month or two.
Right? My month or two. Unless there's anything else I want to talk about.
I can't think of anything. Well, it was also Christmas, and a lot of us got stuff.
Oh yeah, what did you get for Christmas, Rose? You should put that. Yeah.
The main thing I got was the crocodile crack bottle. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Then most of the other stuff I got was like money for MAGfest.
Yeah.
And then all I really spent money on there was food.
You didn't buy much stuff?
I didn't buy much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a reboot pin and a Final Fantasy 14
sub
charm.
Yeah.
Oh, charm.
Oh,
yeah.
what charm was it? Because I don't think I remember you showing us that.
It's like a sleepy catfish boy.
Oh yeah, Namazu.
Yeah, Namazu. NGS bought a Namazu plush.
Yeah, and I hate him for it because I want that.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
his
Namazu.
son.
They're so stupid.
Yeah, it's his son.
Yeah. And is that all you got for Christmas, really?
Yeah, that's all that really matters.
Alright, so I guess next I guess I could talk about my stuff. I didn't do much. Well, I did a couple things. I played and beat Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I'm still playing through it, so
yeah, I won't say it. Just like it's a fine game. It has the gameplay kind of gets meh at the end, or like not meh. Like I actually think it gets bad by the end. But the overall story.
We heard you as you were.
Yeah. These guys heard me
it.
while I was trying to beat the final boss. And I was just like,
it sounded like some real bullshit there.
Yeah, and basically it was a fine. I gave it like a 5 out of 10. It's a okay game, but not great. What else? I saw Spider-Verse. That was like the best Spider-Man movie ever.
I
yeah,
also saw Spider-Verse.
I thought too.
If you haven't watched it, try your best to go watch it. And I'm not going to try to pressure you.
We'll probably do a spoiler cast after we all see it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie. Probably the best Spider-Man movie ever made. And I am a gigantic fan of Spider-Man, so yeah.
Spider Celeb.
Like I haven't actually. I don't really read comics, but Spider-Man's like one of my favorite heroes ever. And I find it funny that, like, I didn't know about Tokusatsu Spider-Man until I got into Tokusatsu, so I find that funny. It's like, oh, the one superhero they made into a Tokusatsu is my favorite.
Are you gonna be sad he's not gonna be in the sequel?
Well, he is, though. He's totally gonna
There's a chance for hope.
I think they already hit 200,000.
They did not hit 200 million. They hit 148 million, and it's been a full solid month.
That sucks.
They'll probably
Like,
put it in
technically,
anyway.
like, they teased Leopardon in the first movie.
They'll probably
Did they?
Yeah, they even admit, like, one of the writers on the movies, or storyboard artists, admitted that the sketch in Miles' notebook is Leopardon.
Oh, I figured it was gonna be in one of those like bits where you actually see the multiverse.
Oh no, like, in his sketchbook you could see a robot, and they admitted that is Leopardon.
Oh, the movie's like full of references.
Yeah, I love it.
Did you see the Clone High one in
Oh
Gwen's
yeah,
universe?
I didn't actually
College.
notice it. I didn't notice it, but I saw the tweets about it. Like, when I was watching the
Gwen
movie.
Stacy lives in a universe where Clone High got a sequel.
Yeah. Like, I was too busy, like, in awe about the animation and shit. Because, like, fuck, that's some of the best animation I've ever seen in my life. And it's...
Like anybody saying, "Oh, if you," and anybody complaining, "Oh, it's not 60 frames." Get over it.
fucking
Like,
what?
it's very stylized.
There are other people that saying, like, I've heard a lot of people say, like, oh, why would I go see this? It's a cartoon. That's for kids. Like, no, shut the fuck up. Go watch it. Take your money out of your wallet, give it to the concession man, and you'd be like, oh, what movie do you want to go
Best
see?
Spider-Man you're gonna get.
And they'll be like, oh,
Like,
what movie? You tell them
The
you want to
best
go see
Spider-Man you're gonna
Spider-Verse.
get after the
And
Raimi
if the
trilogy.
person says, oh, we're not showing Spider-Verse anymore, what do you want to go see? It's like, do you got that Bird Box movie? It's like, no, that's a Netflix original. And then you'll be like, what do you got? And then they'll say, let me look. They go, we have Aquaman, and you'll be like, I guess I'll watch Aquaman. So you go into the movie theater, you watch Aquaman, and be like, that was an okay movie. That wasn't as bad as the other DC movies. Then you go home, and then you rent Spider-Man on demand, and you'll be like, oh, that was a fantastic movie. I loved it. And that's your day.
I'm just gonna say about this movie.
We're finally a podcast, boys. We've had a massive nonsensical rant.
I'm just gonna say, into the trash with you, Tobey Maguire. Stay in the
No,
dumpster,
go away!
Mr.
No, we love
Get
it!
out!
Get out!
Get
Raimi
out
memes
of
are
here.
still relevant
Get
because
out.
they did Raimi memes in the fucking movie.
They did. No, let me finish. Let me finish the joke.
Okay,
Let me
finish
finish
it.
the joke. Into the trash with you. Into the trash with you, Tobey Maguire. Stay in the dumpster, Mr. Garfield. Go out into the garbage can with you, Tom Holland. Spider Schlub is my new best Spider-Man.
Peter B. Parker is amazing. I love Peter B. Parker.
All he wants to do is eat a pizza and cry in the shower. I love him.
It's great.
In his full suit.
Yeah.
But Penny, though.
Penny's nice, but she doesn't
Penny's
get as
great.
much.
I wish
She got
Penny got
wrong.
more. I wish
She
Penny
really
got
needed
more.
more screen time. Here's
Same
the thing,
with Noir
though.
and Ham.
You know, all three of them should have had more screen time.
Yeah, but
They're,
like,
they're not even in the movie until like past halfway.
yeah.
You're trying to make a movie around like 5 different like Spider-Man.
Like, and they manage it. They
different
manage it
universes.
super hard.
They manage it really well. The thing is, the three that
Think
they
about the time,
introduced
that's
halfway
why.
in.
No,
are,
I
like,
understand
so likable.
completely. It's just like, even the stuff they get, it's like, oh, I love these characters. I love Noir.
They're the Shinobi of the
Yeah,
Spider.
I love Penny so much, and I want to protect her.
She's great. There's a really good thing where it's like, man, this looks like a really good storyline for her.
Yeah,
It almost, if only she had more screen time.
yeah, with the whole spider. Like,
the
having
whole
Spider
spider.
was like a big game-breaking thing in the movie, to be honest.
Hopefully, in the sequel they will give. her
Yeah,
more
well, apparently they're having an
Hopefully we get
all-female
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
as well.
Apparently, one of the
Yeah.
things that they're planning is a full female Spider-Man movie.
Which, like, okay, I will, like, you know, I love the idea. It sounds cool. I love all the female spider women and stuff.
Spider people.
Female spider people. Announcing that before seeing the they announced
Yeah,
that
they announced
before
that
the
when the
success-
movie was out.
but before, like, they announced it before, like, real audience reception had
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah.
And it's like, Sony.
Because they've made a lot of money just from international box office.
Yeah, sure, they made a lot, but still, like
Like
you know,
it was a
keep
bit
it
like
in your pants.
yeah, keep it in your pants. That's always a thing. Just shut up. Just show the movie, and then you could talk about your plans.
Show the movie, wait for people to say, "Hey, we love that," and then go, "Cool."
That was our plan.
We got more.
That's what Toei did with Shinobi, is that they waited until they saw everyone going, fucking give us more Shinobi, and then they were
They're
like,
like,
"Hey!"
here's
Good
more
news!
Shinobi. Good
Move
news.
out of the way, White Was. You're in the way of Shinobi.
Are you?
We
No,
need to-
fuck. For what White was is retconned out of the timeline. Now
We
the third
need
writer
to
is Shinobi.
We need to redo that cute lamb thing, but like,
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
The third writer
Yeah.
is
And I
I
never
told
did.
him to do that
Remember,
yesterday.
I never did the lamb
Yeah,
thing because I don't like
original-
I
it.
asked him to do that.
original was is the first lamb, White was is the
Aw.
second lamb, and then
Then
Shinobi's like the
Shinobi's,
third
and then
one.
White was trying to get in the way. He's like, move you.
No, Yeah.
No, Decade's the first lamb. White Was is the second.
yeah,
then-
you're right, because it's like
Yeah.
people would get really fucking hyped over
Aw.
being added. Yeah.
Aww. Aww.
Yes.
Move you. Aw.
Yeah. Fuck, yeah.
Out of the way, you.
We do
Anyway.
I'm gonna say this because I'm the one who has to edit these things. It's like we do a lot of Simpsons ending ones.
I know, it's because
It's
it's
good.
Simpsons is a hallmark of the time. Even though I don't like the Simpsons as a whole,
I
do
I
like a
adore
lot
the
of jokes.
Simpsons. I adore
gotta-
the Simpsons. I just
okay,
think that's funny.
Spider-Man.
And yeah, Spider-Man was fantastic. Try to go see it if you can. It's fantastic. Even if you're not a Spider-Man fan, it's just a fantastic movie. Miles is
It's a movie about being a superhero.
It's about like somebody pointed this out. Like I think it was in Dark Knight, Batman, where those regular dudes try to be Batman. And he's like, "What's the difference between you and me? What makes you
I don't
different?"
wear hockey
pads.
And it's like that's the complete opposite of what this movie says. It's like it doesn't matter what you wear. What depends on who's underneath the mask.
No, the best line from the movie.
That idea, that line was literally just like that line. The I'm not wearing hockey pads. That did have like a, explicit.
It
I'm only Batman.
There's a difference.
No, it's not like I have made myself purpose built for this.
Yeah.
You haven't.
Yeah. But you were saying something.
There is a good line though that sums up this movie. It's Miles going up and asking, "What if it doesn't fit?" And then
It's like
I'm not gonna spoil.
yeah,
Okay.
the person says like
Don't worry, it'll fit. It'll fit eventually.
Yeah,
Aw.
it's a nice line, and
Yeah.
the entire movie's fantastic. Miles Morales is a fantastic character. I love Miles Morales.
They make him really likable, and they don't question like him as like, "Wait, you can't be Spider-Man. You're what? So young."
No, they're
I
just
would
like
say
you're
that.
super inexperienced. That's why.
They don't even
Yeah.
question him.
Yeah, and
They have the cool thing of Peter training Miles and stuff. Yeah.
and like despite
And,
my
Spider-Gwen.
despite my complaints with Spider-Gwen in her normal series, because I don't like Peter Parker turning into the Lizard. That's always a big complaint of mine. It's like, Peter Parker wouldn't be evil just because people made fun of him.
Well, no, it's because that Peter was never taught the value.
Why
of,
wasn't
like,
he though?
Responsibility. No, because like
Still,
he wasn't taught the whole responsibility thing because he never had to be taught the whole responsibility.
Still,
thing.
I don't know. Like, I just, it's something I don't like. Like, and I also do think Spider-Gwen herself's a bit of a Mary Sue from what I've heard of her. Like how she like tames the symbiote. God, I was about to pronounce it like they do in Venom. The symbiote.
You did pronounce it like that.
Yeah, I know,
Like-
but like
and then
she
corrected
like
yourself.
she like tames the symbiote with her amazing music or whatever. And I'm like,
There's 6 jams.
yeah, I was like, that's a
But
big like.
in
Like they make her really tame in this movie.
Yeah, it's like she's like really cool. I like her in this movie a lot. And Spider Schlub's great. I love Spider Schlub. And Noir's
that's-
great. Nicolas Cage does it again. I love you,
Good.
Nicolas Cage.
Thanks, Nicolas Cage. You really are the Spider.
And
How about-
John Mulaney is also
Despite
great.
all my rage,
John
I'm
Mulaney, he's
still
just Looney Tunes. He's just Looney Tunes.
He's Looney Tunes. It's
yeah,
great.
that's good. Yes.
John Mulaney is John Mulaney. He's
Yeah,
fantastic.
And
that's
if you're
all it
worried,
needed
yes,
to be.
they keep Spider Ham's origin the same.
Oh, yeah, they
which
keep
do
every-
a joke with.
Yeah, they just like they're like because they like have to explain Penny's
How they get their
Noir's.
powers.
They had this,
And, like-
yeah, and they say like Penny and Noir both say we were bitten by a radioactive spider, but he says I was bitten by a radioactive pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like yeah,
I
that's what
guess
happened.
I guess we're now just into the Spider-Verse, huh?
Yeah,
We'll
Now,
not
we-
say anymore.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. That's because that was a good
There
gag.
was another good
It
movie
It was a
that
good
came
gag. I just
out.
want to let
Also,
everybody know.
just
Also-
if you do watch this movie, please stay till the end of the credits.
It is the
very
best.
end.
It is the most worthwhile fucking.
Mm.
It is the most worthwhile post-credit scene ever.
Yeah.
Like even more than like Shawarma or anything. This one's just fucking fantastic.
There's only one flaw, and it doesn't have the people that should have voiced this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Spider-Verse. I loved it. And also over our break, I bought a lot of Toku toys.
Yay.
To the point it's starting to become a problem.
Welcome
First
to
off,
my issue.
I bought the Build the Driver.
Doing that? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just doing it. I don't give a shit. It's my podcast. Yeah, I love it. And I also did buy the gamer driver, but I'm not going to play that.
Yeah.
Funny story with that for people that are listening to the podcast. I ordered it off eBay used, and the picture had a whole bunch of gas shots on it, and
Oh, did you get japed?
I kind of got japed, but like it is partly my fault. Basically, it had a whole bunch of gas shots on it, but they all looked alike, so I assumed, oh, these are all like just legit. What should have tipped me off was the weird yeah, it's fine. One of the things that I should have tipped me off was it had like a weird version of the Mighty Bros, but it was only the orange half. And
Yeah.
I thought because I saw like the little speakers on all the gas shots, so I thought, oh, none of these are Gashapon. But what I didn't take into account was candy toys.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, there's actually different candy toys for the dual
Yeah.
gas shots.
Yeah, I didn't know about I didn't know that about candy toys. Well, I knew about them, but I didn't like remember them when I ordered.
You didn't consider.
Yeah, I didn't consider they would be. But and that's what most of them were, besides Mighty Action X and Baxo Bike. The
The
rest,
dual gear ones are actually the worst.
yeah, because it's just like
It's just it's a big sticker that the light can't even go through.
yeah, and basically, yeah, I'm not too mad because I still have a gamer driver, and it also came with the Kimiwaza slot holder, which is great. And yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm just a bit upset that I did not get Dangerous Zombie because that was one of them. And I was like, oh, I was super excited. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna have Dangerous Zombie, but then it's like, oh, it's just candy toy and bam. And let me think. I feel like there's something else I could talk about. I think that's it.
4.5.
Yeah, we can talk about 4.5. In case nobody knew, because I don't think we talked about it a little bit, but all of us have
Tiny bit, yeah.
We talked about it a little bit, but at this point, we're all kind of super into Final Fantasy 14. I've always been into 14, but
Now all of us are.
now
Yes.
me and our mutual friend NJS got all of you guys into it,
Yep.
and
And I still need to get into it properly.
yeah,
Yeah,
you,
you do.
again, it's free to try to level 35. You could even when you hit level 35, you can still play. It's just you can't advance the story or anything. But you can play other content up to level 35.
So,
We will point out that free to level 35. That means there's no like you get to play the game.
You
don't-
can't send friend requests. You can't access the market board. You cannot get mail.
You can
you
receive
can-
friend requests.
You can
Yes.
receive friend requests. You cannot join a free company, which is guild in Final Fantasy 14, and that you can't do anything with the housing, and that's the big
But
stuff.
you get mounts, you get a couple raids, and
you get up to Titan. You can fight
Yes.
Ifrit and Titan. The big thing is that it ends at Titan.
Yes.
And yeah, it's a super fantastic game. I've been playing it since Heaven's Word was about over. So about 2 years now.
The plot is shockingly good for an MMO.
Yes.
It's 14.
It is
it's,
Final Fantasy.
I think I said this when we talked about it when we touched on it briefly last time, but I'd liken it to Star Wars: The Old Republic with more polish and less voice acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so 4.5 patch came out. First of all, Blue Mage just got released yesterday
because they
gave
us a week before Blue Mage came out.
Blue Mage it's fun. It's definitely really fun. It's a shame that it's so limited, but I can also understand why, because it's super busted.
It is very much the meme class of the Final Fantasy 14.
It is super fucking.
How are we gonna kill the boss? Let's all spit fish at him.
No. I want to know how we kill the boss? Explode. All of us die.
Everyone walk up and just self-destruct.
Everyone use Final Sting.
So, first of all, because you get the skills from very specific enemies, you will find, like, for probably the next few days, just people just camping out around where those enemies spawn.
That's not even the worst of it, because yesterday, I haven't really touched Blue Mage. I got the quest, but I haven't really done anything with it. But yesterday I was doing my Wondrous Trials, which are like little things you have to do to get some stuff. And yesterday I was like, I'm going to join a party for, I think it was a Garuda Extreme. So I could get that achievement, basically. And when I got to it, the entire party was Blue Mages.
Trying to get Garuda's
abilities
from
Extreme. It's like, you know that one picture of Homer where he's sitting at the bar of lesbian bar and he's just surrounded, and usually people make that a meme. It's like, basically, put me as a Homer as a warrior. And surrounded by Blue Mages.
Warrior icon on your face, and then a bunch of Blue Mage icons.
Yeah. So, the thing about those areas is you have the people who actually understand how you get Blue Mage skills, which is you have to see the monster do the attack, you don't just get hit by it, but you have to see them do it, and then you kill them. In the case of the ones where it's attacks that cause you to die using them, you have to be like on... you have to be high enough on their aggro list. I think you have to have the name be red from the monster instead of purple, but I'm not sure.
Yes. But there are people that think you just have to kill it.
Yeah, there are people who think you just have to kill it, which apparently if you do kill it, without seeing it, there is a low chance that you will learn it, but it's like really low and a very bad idea to do that. Then there's people there who aren't even Blue Mages, who are just killing the things anyway.
And they're just like, come on, I'm just trying to play the game.
And then there are the people who appear to understand the basics of we have to see it do the thing, but have their chocobos out not in healer stance, so the chocobos kill it.
Yeah. Like, and even then you don't have a 100% chance to get it, because like during the Garuda, we saw her do Feather Rain, but they were like, oh, it's apparently just a 5% to learn it.
Oof.
And it's like, geez. Like, it's not too hard to run Garuda, as long as people aren't all Blue Mages. Because, like, what happened with that Garuda fight is that since everybody was Blue Mage, they didn't have enough DPS to kill anything. And so I basically just soloed Garuda as warrior.
Oh, no.
And I was just like, because everybody was dead, and there's like, oh, I guess we'll just have to do next time. So I'm just standing there, murdering Garuda, and I'm like, did you guys get your thing? Are you happy now? It's like, no, we have to be alive to learn it.
Why are they doing this on Extreme?
Because you have to. That's where she does the move, I think.
Oh, God.
And I'm just there like, are you happy? Did you win, son? It's like, no, we have to be alive.
Leveling as Blue Mage right now is very fun. Because I'm basically just using 1,000 needles to kill enemies that I probably shouldn't be able to kill at this level.
There is a glitch where if you just go to a high level enemy, kill it, and then quickly switch back to Blue Mage, you'll get all the XP.
Yeah, I know of that, but I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I know you're not, but I'm just saying.
No, do the scummy tactics.
Hot bar.
And yeah, I'm the only one here who's caught up to the most recent content. I am in 4.5 actually. I am about ready to get I'm super hard and ready to get into Shadowbringers when that drops. Ult might also be because he is going at a breakneck speed. He is already done with Heaven's Word.
Yeah, essentially, I'm gonna just backpedal a bit to Christmas, where I got a few dozen things because I didn't ask for much this year. I got a few books, which are great. Got more art books, which is really great. I'm gonna work with them and read them and enjoy them endlessly. But then I got FF14 finally, and I was very, very far behind because
He was stuck in the free trial and was stuck at level 35.
I was a black mage, and Rose and Soraku were ahead of me by a large
They were already
margin.
done with ARR 2.0.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
basically when I got the game, I literally just went, did the main quest and did everything I could, asked for help when I could, and essentially every day it's just been.
Yeah, he's been playing 14 every day, and Rose being at MAGfest basically fell behind super hard. Yeah, he is done with Heaven's Word. He's about to enter Stormblood.
I am on the doorstep, and I usually do the thing where, okay, I'm about to reach a new arc about to reach
Sorry,
a new
so he gets a
expansion.
haircut.
I need to get a haircut. First one was like, my good boy hairstyle, the
Now
one
he's
that's very
a
cute.
bad boy.
And then it went to like very proper, and I love Ishgard so much because Heaven's Word is just. It treated me so well. I don't want to say spoilers, but a lot of good moments in there, and I look forward to hearing the
Spoilers
reactions
for this
of both
2-3-year-old expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
It's
you
just
shouldn't say
true.
spoilers
Yeah.
because you
Yes.
two were. Yeah.
I
right.
don't want to say it because it's just so
Yeah.
good.
Like
It's
we're
just-
going to, you're going to go finish Heaven's Word right after this.
Yes, I am.
No, I mean Ult. He's literally going to finish Heaven's Word.
I'm
Oh,
on the
yeah.
doorstep of just getting into Stormblood. 'cause
Like literally, he's at 3.56.
Yeah, basically, and then because last night I think before I went to sleep I asked for help on the
Belcher's Wall.
wall, and that wall was a
Of-
good time.
Yeah, it's a good dungeon. I like it.
It did help that you were also DPS, and we had our friend who is a really good guy, like NGS. Was really good, and I just basically covering the entire field with AoE, like just
Yeah.
magic everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a very beautiful thing.
Because my DPS class is Summoner, so like get all those
And I was a black
off,
mage, so basically
off
just,
global cooldowns.
It's like do you see that little pile of fire over there?
Just-
Yeah. Well,
Let's explode it.
just explode it more.
And anyway, as for me, I am the only one caught up to the most recent expansion. I am caught up, and the new stuff, Orborn Monastery, the Final Fantasy Tactics content is a fantastic dungeon. The fights are really good. Thunder God is a really good fight. I like. And the new dungeon, Grimdall Dark. It's not too big of a spoiler just to say the names and stuff. It is a really good dungeon. I like it a lot. The fights in there are really good. And overall, it's a fantastic expansion. I have to try Blue Mage more, but right now I'm just kind of focusing on leveling up Ninja because I really want to get my new Jutsu. And probably when I hit 50, I'm going to start leveling up Dark Knight. And yeah, that's really it. I am planning on next podcast. I will probably be in the middle of playing Kingdom Hearts 3 and Resident Evil 2 remake. I
Oh
played
god, that's right. That's coming out.
I played the demo for remake. I played that literally yesterday because I was waiting to go see Spider-Verse, and I was like, what can I do in like an hour? Oh, I know, I could download and play the Resident Evil 2 remake demo, and that is I'm looking forward.
Shot.
Yeah, the one shot. I didn't get the full 30 minutes because I finished it in about 20. And I'm looking forward to that game so much. I'm a big fan of Resident Evil 2.
How
Namely
different
2.
did it feel from Resident Evil 2?
The thing is, the layout of the police station is pretty similar. Like I remember, like, oh, this is here, this is here, this is here. Like you could basically like retrace your steps and be like, oh, I could find my way back. Like it is kind of different. Like, oh, here's the spade key. and here's the safe room, but the combat feels really different. Like, killing zombies is actually hard because they take a bunch of bullets just to kill. They added this one system where you could find like boards around the place, and you could like board up windows so zombies can't get through. And I like babyface Leon a lot. Leon's my favorite.
I look forward to seeing the no board runs.
Oh, that's totally, because that'll be like, oh, you just ignore this. You're never gonna come back here again.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the speed runs too. There's one little thing that it's a small thing, but like in the original Resident Evil 2, they just basically you go into the police station, and it's pretty similar to like just normal police station. But a cool thing they added in this one is that before the events of the game, they decided to make the police station a shelter. So like the police station is like, you could see like hospital beds and stuff like scattered over, like sleeping bags. So like you can tell, oh, there were people here. Not anymore though.
They're gone now.
Yeah, and it's really good. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3. Hopefully I'll be able to talk about a little bit of that on next podcast, because luckily it comes out on one of my days off. So like I'm gonna be playing that all day. And I'm looking forward to that. And that's it. That's my week. I've been talking a lot, so I'm gonna give it up to Soraku or Sano or our mate Gerald.
I'll take it. So, for Christmas, I got, a bunch of cool stuff. I got, biggest things I got for Christmas is I got the 14 sub. I got, and I've had a lot of fun with Monk, Samurai, and now recently Dark Knight, as I've gotten to Heavensward. And another big thing I got is a big Persona 5 lover I am. I got the Joker Figma.
Woo.
So that's very fun. Something I really like about that I only noticed when I got the Figma is that all the figure arts and all the Figmas, all their little props and stuff that they come with are around the same sizes. So if I wanted, I could just have Joker holding a Seburo and a bundle Seburo from my Motoko figure and a bundle of knives from my Dio figure.
Yeah, that's the thing about Figmas that you always see people fucking with.
Yeah.
Like,
Joker,
changing
his
heads and shit.
Persona change into the world.
Zawardo!
Or you could just give Love Lives guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the default thing.
That's my
because
favorite thing, when people give guns to Love Live figures.
I love these cute figures. Let's give them guns.
Go.
God.
This is a market we can exploit. Just give a cute thing a gun.
Love
Put a
Live
gun in
with a
Kotori's
vengeance.
hand.
We can make millions off
Just
gun.
give Kotori an AK.
That'll make
Give the
sure
Love
that she
Lives
wins
a-
the Love Live.
Give the pretty cures a gun. That would solve a lot of issues.
Anyway, you're saying, Soraku, what else?
So then another thing I also got a cool Kill la Kill shirt from my mom's at the time boyfriend, but on New Year's Eve, my mom's boyfriend who lives in Namibia, who came up to the U.S. to spend time, because last year she went to Africa to spend time there for Christmas and New Year's, and he came up here Christmas and New Year's this year, and on New Year's Eve, he proposed to my mom, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's really nice. Congrats for your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, congrats to your mom.
So yeah. So that was cool. And what else happened? What else did happen? Hit with bad bout. Hit with a rough bout of the seasonal depression and stuff, but I've pulled myself back up from it. So that's that. I have been slowly getting back to writing because along with the seasonal depression came about a fit of writer's block.
Soul Calibur Tekken. You wanna talk about those?
Yeah, yeah. So they announced over the 2 months. What? No, did they?
What? No, I'm pretty sure they already announced all this stuff before then.
Yeah, before that. Yeah. So well then, not much new happening with those two. Then I suppose. Yeah. No, I guess that's that for me.
Sano?
I haven't really had much of a going on lately. I mostly got a bunch of practical stuff I've been asking for Christmas, like coat hanger, stuff like that.
Very practical.
I've also been playing FF14. I've been mainly playing Bard. I'm probably gonna switch to Samurai.
Shit! God damn it! This always happens every
14.
time. No, it's. I forgot another thing. I got Christmas. On the Super Best Friends Discord server, there was a fun Secret Santa thing that I partook in, and for my duty as a Secret Santa, I got somebody original remake for PC.
Nice.
Because it's obviously for PC because it's a Steam Secret Santa.
Yeah.
And for me, somebody got Metro 2033 readouts.
Oh, that's
which
cool.
is nice.
Nice.
I think during during one of the big summer sales or something, or at some point, Metro 2033 original went free.
Yeah, it went free.
And I picked that up, and it's fun, but Euro jank as shit. And so I was very glad to get a less janky version of 2033, and I played through a bit of that, and that's fun. I should get back to it and play through more of it. But yes, very solidly built game. That good, kind of frozen cold gas mask walking around on the surface half the time, and other half the time huddled in the tunnels and shit. I like that kind of post-apocalyptic aesthetic. That particular post-apocalyptic aesthetic.
Yeah.
I like it a little more than the kind of, Mad Maxy wandering around on the wastes kind of thing that Fallout and Mad Max obviously have. So that was fun.
Okay, let's let Sano finish now.
Yes. Sorry.
Like I said, I was playing Bard. Probably gonna switch to Samurai as soon as I get it. I'm probably gonna go also for tank and support. I probably am gonna go for stick with Gladiator and.
Or you just went to Paladin, didn't you?
Yeah. I just went to Paladin, yeah. And I'm probably gonna go with Astrologian.
Astrologian's fun from what little I've done it.
Yeah. You as compared to White Mage.
It's weird because I'm not as high level, so I don't have as much of the kit.
Also,
it's fun.
That AoE heal ability just for that really nice star chart it pulls up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You get that at 60.
You know what both of you should do if you're interested in Astrologian? You should take it through Palace of the Dead and get a feel for it at 60.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. That's Palace of the Dead.
Very boring.
It's fine. I have fun with Palace of the Dead.
It's mostly you get bored with it after doing it 30 times.
Yeah, I can see it.
30 floors of I wanna fucking level.
I wanna fucking die. I'm sick of this music.
I love it.
Again, it's fine until you hear it 20 times
Yeah,
in the span of like 2 hours.
Overplay, right? Yeah.
It's like
I always play my own music while I always play my own music
Yeah.
while doing Palace
I'm
of the
making a
Dead anyway.
playlist so I can listen to that instead of hearing the fucking Palace of the Dead music.
Speaking of music, we didn't talk about how fucking sick Shinobi Waz's standby was.
Oh, it's pretty good.
We talked
You're
about
right.
the Shinobis.
It's an absolute banger.
Yeah. This is see, we're proving the point about everyone just thinking about Shinobi instead of
This is
Waz,
so
but
good.
like Waz's fucking whole driver sounds great. It sounded really confused
It's a
that Waz's
rave.
it
What?
sounded really confused that it's Waz is great, and then the fucking standby loop is the best.
Standby, I'll just like sick, awesome techno, and then
Yeah.
like Waz, and then the Waz transformation thing of this kind of cool dubstep-esque, and then
Full on rave.
yeah, and then for Waz Shinobi, Waz featuring Shinobi. Pardon me. Pun on featuring, of course. Was the featuring Shinobi was just Shinobi's jingle, but with the Waz voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Back to
Yes.
weeks.
Sorry,
back to
Sano,
weeks.
continue.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. That was pretty much it though. For a surprise, a weird thing though, I was for a bunch of the practical gifts I had, they had to get returned because they weren't that great. Like, they just some things wouldn't work. Like I got an alarm clock that I've been needing to get replaced, but the display didn't work.
Jeez, that sucks.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but at least I'm guessing you got them replaced fast enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna get them replaced.
Yeah.
I just haven't been able to yet.
Alright, next would be our mage ult.
Alt.
Go, Marge, go first.
Okay.
So I guess the only real things I got of note on Christmas were like PSVR gun controller with Firewall 0 hour, and like some bookstore gift cards which I used to get the first 2 volumes of Gundam Thunderbolt and first 2 volumes of Spice and Wolf. And like after that, and I know this is gonna annoy Ro, but well, New Year's banner and Grand Order.
Hang on.
Yeah. How'd you roll on that?
Well, I intended to roll Assassin, but I accidentally wound up rolling the Saber banner,
Oh.
and wound up getting Artoria.
Oh, nice.
And then came the Musashi banner.
How was your luck on that?
Instant victory, basically.
You got Musashi? I
Yes.
hate you. I rolled so much on
Like within like
I rolled
around
like 3 times on
46
Musashi.
courts.
I rolled on Musashi and yeah, I didn't get her.
I got her within like 46 courts.
I rolled on
I was gonna say I also did the New Year's banner.
what'd you get?
I rolled the Berserker one and got Ku.
Oh, nice. I rolled the Assassin banner and got Jack.
Well, the thing is, there wasn't actually an assassin banner.
It was
because there's not
Assassin cross
extra
ruler
class.
and ruler.
I think none of our. I think. I
Oh,
never
yeah, it
rolled
also had
'cause
Avenger.
I didn't have one, but the one.
No,
who
it
really
didn't have
was
Avenger.
No, it had Avenger because Gorgon was there.
Oh, right.
Our friend who got Grandpa Hassan is the one who really won.
Yeah, well, I didn't want Grandpa Hassan.
I want.
Yeah, but Grandpa Hassan's the coolest though.
Yeah, I mean, you can still roll on him. He's still there. I think it ends next week.
Yeah, but I'm gonna roll for him tomorrow.
But
since
yeah,
I get paid tomorrow.
Sota, our friend Soda grabbed Gramps. I just wanted
Oh my
Musashi,
goodness.
boys. Second 10
At least
roll.
we know we're not alone in our liking of Fate and the gacha, because Ginukai also likes it.
Yeah, Inukai. Oh, I love Inukai. Wait, what did Inukai do with Fate?
He just posted a picture of Fate Stay Nice on his Instagram.
He
story.
posted a poster of Heaven's Field too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he could not be into the gacha,
I hope he isn't.
I really hope he is.
but he is.
Don't-
I hope he is.
I hope he
Don't
is because that means
use all your Kamen Rider money on gacha
I
Inukai.
gotta draw Grams though.
No.
There was one. I like how Inukai started playing Smash, and he was like, unlocking the Master Spirits isn't really hard
Huh?
because he made a tweet because he got Smash Brothers Inukai.
Who?
Oh, not Inukai, not
Oh,
Inukai. Emu.
Oh.
Emu's actor.
Ichima.
Yeah, he got Smash Brothers, and he posted a thing. Is like, unlocking the Master Spirits isn't that hard. He's been like doing it really easily. It's like, I guess that's Genius Gamer Emu showing up. Yeah, and yeah. Anything else, RMH, besides the banners?
What else? What else?
I got an
Can I-
intro, Chris, and Ult's really mad.
What? Oh yeah, I went to saw Bumblebee.
No, how's that? I'm not a big
Freaking
Transformers
great!
fan. I'm not a big Transformers fan, but it looks good.
Jumbled.
It was great. Considering, like, just throw away any expectations of the Michael Bay movies you have. 'Cause
But
it's none of that.
But
is
I
it an
like
actual
Megan
avoid
Foss's butt.
I thought you were gonna say Megan
It is
Bay.
like it is less of an action movie and more of a slice of life movie.
Oh Jesus!
I
But,
would,
my God.
I
I
like
think-
I like Megan Fox's CGI booty though.
What?
You do know that they digitally
They digitally enhanced her ass.
in the first movie, yeah.
Oh my
Cyber
god.
Cyber ass.
That
The war
reminds me
has
of that one
changed.
little tidbit about
Cyber
Ghost
news.
Rider where they digitally enhanced his abs for that shot where he's
Oh,
making
wow.
weird faces in the mirror.
Fuck, that's amazing.
Well, yeah. Does Nick Cage look like he works out?
Yes.
No.
He looks like the type of dude who would eat an entire pizza.
He's the kind of guy who would go to see Love Life with his son.
He would be Spider Schlub in real
Did
life.
he actually do that?
I think so,
Yes.
or that was somebody who looked like him.
That or he's the actual one into Love Life, and he's just bringing his son so he doesn't feel as much shame.
Yeah.
I'm actually a big fan of Nico. She's
Nico.
she's got some.
You know, hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh?
Nico.
I don't know. Nick Cage seems like he's more like Ellie.
Yeah, I could see that. The responsible one. Anyway, and last but not least is Ult. Ult, how was your month away?
Let's see.
2 months.
A
2
lot
months.
of things happened. A lot of family stuff happened. I don't want to mention because it would be very heavy. I got some things on Christmas. I got the 25th Ward, which I got to play, which because my friend, who is a huge Suda 51 fan, who he got me in because it's like, oh, try out the silver case, and then I just, because Valhalla had like a bunch of silver case references, and I was like, okay, like a lot of Suda 51 style things and like references and everything. So it's like, okay, if I want to get the references, I might as well play all of his the 3 games, and it's like, okay. I went through the silver case, had a blast. There was a 100 question kumite, which I had multiple saves on, and I just wanted to answer all 100 because my pride was very. I will not look at a guide. I will answer all of these questions correctly, and then I did it, and I felt hollow. The ending of that led into some really cool stuff. And then because there's always like the main hero story where like they give you like the main hero, no one ever calls you your real name, they call you Big Dick because it's like they like the 2 detectives who are like the most serious dudes ever. It's like, hey, what kind of nickname should we call him? Big Dick. And it's like, yeah, and then his friends like instead of like that's stupid, and it's like, yeah, that's awesome.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
they're so proud that they called him Big, and his nickname is Big Dick, and everyone around you, like everyone's like, oh, what's his nickname? Big Dick, and it's like, yo, that's cool.
Big Dick Goro.
No, just Big
Yo,
Dick.
this is Big Dick. Yo, this
Hey.
is.
Hey,
Yo, this is
hey,
my buddy, Big Dick.
Yo,
hate to
that
interrupt,
guy's.
but I also forgot.
Oh,
something.
but also, there's a side story where it's basically like a reporter, who is just nothing ever. You never go outside his room. You just see like cousins. He's just in his room, like trying to get reports and everything, and dealing with the main hero's like plight as well. But there's like the most noticing thing is that he loves his pet turtle named Red. like his pet turtle is like the cutest thing ever, and he loves it so much that he centers his entire, like like on the internet he called himself like the turtle guy. And then I'm playing through FSR because that thing is a puzzle game, and currently I get mad at it every time because like there was an entire puzzle where I needed to do math and I couldn't math hard enough, so I asked for help. That ended up, and then the 25th ward is basically apparently it was a phone game that was released in Japan for a little bit. It was the third to this long trilogy of games, but then the service for that got cut off, and no one had, and it only took until recently that we can play it again. So it was weird. Also, I got Doro de Horo, which is basically a very, it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like it has magic, and it's also very. It's like I've put a bunch of like wizard tomes into a meat grinder,
What?
and then I made a burger out of it, and it feels. It's both disgusting, gritty, but also very welcoming at times, and I don't know why. That's what. Also, the majority of my time was basically I got a bunch of Blu-rays, watched them of animes that I really love, like Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star, Summer Wars, and a bunch of other things, and then the majority of my time is basically just FF14 going through about basically all of it to DPS, even though that is a I very know well. Hey, what's my queue time of A? It's like 20 minutes and I still haven't gotten anything yet. Oh god.
Meanwhile, Tanks, hey, what's your queue time? 5 seconds. Man,
I am gonna
a lot
put
of
that
people
in the
playing
tank.
Tank
Since I've picked up Dark Knight, that has been so much fun, especially with the Adventure in Need tank bonus, so I can just like farm for seals.
I need to actually do that. I'm gonna try out Marauder because I tried out Dark Knight and I just wasn't feeling it, honestly. So I'm gonna just go to Marauder since it's like that's what I can get more pointers on that. I've also been leveling up Arcanist, which became Summoner and Scholar, so 2 birds with 1 stone, honestly. But I'm just there for Summoner and nothing else. I'm still iffy on a bunch of classes, but so far I'm on the doorstep of Stormblood, and a lot of things have happened. Heaven's Ward was a very good ride, and I do recommend people just going through it because it has so many twists and turns, and there's a lot of good characters in it. I don't want to name any
fantastic.
fucking it's I love it too much. That is hometown. I will forsake Ul'dah for this country. Like every moment, it's like, hey, can you be the representative for Ishgard? Because we already have someone from Ul'dah, so it's like it works to my advantage.
There is 2 other things about my week that I forgot.
Oh, sure.
And I'll just finish up mine because that's basically what I did. Just a lot of FF14 and life. So there's that.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that I also got Smash.
Mhm.
Played a bunch of that.
Smash is good.
And for Christmas, I got both. I only asked for one of these because I figured I'll probably just get one of them. I got both Kirby and Donkey Kong 2 Country Tropical Freeze.
That's nice.
And so I was just like, oh, okay. I also saw Aquaman. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
How was it?
Exactly.
It feels okay. It actually feels like an actually good what DC movie should be closer to. Like there's actually a scene where like he regrets putting somebody in a state where they can be killed.
It's like
I'm like, wow, that looks like somebody took the criticism and actually made a character trait out of it. Neat. But I can't understand why it's like a movie that the guys from Red Letter Media would hate.
yeah.
Is there actually that like
What-
Virgin Chad comparison type thing in there?
No.
No, like that list of like Aquaman. He's like a surface dweller, like negative thing. That
No,
Yeah.
he's super into surface people.
No, I mean like it's like a screen from like the Underwater Kingdom, whatever. It's like, it's like propaganda for the villain or whatever, and it's like talking about how shit Aquaman is and how great the villain is.
Is the villain Ocean Master?
Yeah, the villain's Ocean Master.
Yeah, or something like
yeah.
that. Is that a thing?
There's not okay. There's a really good. There's a kind of big arena fight between him and Ocean Master early on.
Ocean Master.
He wasn't Ocean Master yet. It was his brother. It's just
Ocean Master doesn't die, does he?
No. I mean,
Okay.
here's the thing. I honestly don't think that's much of a
Ocean
spoiler.
Man,
No, yeah, it's like if he doesn't die. Well, if he doesn't die, that's not a spoiler. That's a thing people need to know.
Really?
Because that's
like,
but yeah, because like all these, the big problem with a good many of these superhero movies is they run out of ideas because they end up killing all the villains. You know?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
yeah, that's just it feels like like it's fine now. You have more story to work with.
And
But like, they actually make the Aquaman like classic green, orange, bronze kind of deal look really well done, and I'm like, yeah, it's
the
fine.
costume design looks good in that.
Yeah, it looks goofy, but like you can tell. But like considering they also established, this was a king's attire, way back in ancient Greece, like even probably before that.
Yeah.
So what you're saying on my planet, it means hope.
No,
it's like
I hate that line so much. It's an S, asshole.
what that is like.
it's
that
his house symbol. It's
that
not
is
the symbol of hope.
Yeah, it's the symbol of the house of that's like if he was wearing like a big tabard with a horse on it.
Honestly, I much prefer the idea of like it's just this is gonna sound silly and cheesy. Maybe I don't know if this is a canon thing or not. Meant for any Superman thing. I would prefer the idea of it is just an S because Superman, but him having it makes it into a symbol of hope on Earth.
Yeah, that's good. It shouldn't be just ham-fisting. It means hope.
No,
I am
Jesus. Yeah, I like when it's just like, oh, it's this because this is a thing that was lying around in my family's house.
My mom just made this thing because I'm Superman, so she decided to put an S on it.
Beep.
Well, no, it's
I am Jesus allegory.
Look at me do the fucking cross.
But to answer Rose's question, there is a big arena thing where they hype up like Aquaman's brother, and they're like, "Yeah, whoa!" And then they go to talk about Aquaman, and the announcer's just like talking so much smack about it, and everybody's going, "Boo! Boo!" Like it's so comical. I love it.
Superman does the world's longest cry stare from space.
Let me think. What else was there that I really liked? I just also really liked how they just embraced the campiness,
which is what a lot of DC movies don't do.
I feel like
which
Super
makes me
Friends
really
ruined
even
our
more
view
excited
of-
than I already was for Shazam.
Because they made
Shazam is
Superman
nothing
way
but
too
camp.
serious. They made Batman too serious.
I'm
Wonder Woman
a
was
bit
fine.
rude. I'm a bit
Wonder
rude with
Woman's
you.
fine, but you can still tell it has that DC seriousness to it.
It has a smidge of the DC seriousness to
I
it.
would say
not like
Aquaman is as good as Wonder Woman. Unfortunately, it does not have the No Man's Land level of a scene.
Yeah.
it doesn't have an equivalent that is just like a holy shit, that's a good goddamn scene.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. I did also say it's equally as good. So
May I interject of just like, did Super Friends ruin a lot of people's perception of what Aquaman is?
it
Yes.
did, but
Yeah, it is
It did,
ruined.
but I think-
It hasn't just ruined people's perception; it's ruined the cultural perception as a whole.
Yeah.
G-
That's
and
why
then
everyone.
Aquaman's got
chicken
tons of
further
other powers
cemented
besides
it.
being able to talk to fish.
And I like to think that considering the span of time and like the aging of the audience and stuff, I'd like to think that that Justice League Animated did a bit to salvage the reputation enough for Aquaman's target audience. You know?
Oh yeah. Also, there's also Brave and the Bold and Young Justice, which both have really good
Yeah.
versions of Aquaman.
Yes.
Isn't Aqualad in one of those?
Aqualad is in is one of the main members of Young Justice. Of the of the team, because in Young Justice
have
they
both
never call it
versions.
Young Justice, they just call it the team.
Well, technically they have both versions.
Oh, yeah.
There's the Black Aqualad, and then there's the original Aqualad.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, there was another.
Uh,
That was the second Aqualad. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
The
Black Aqualad's the second one.
Black Aqualad, who is Black Amanda's son, that's the second Aqualad.
Then what happened to the first Aqualad? Did he die?
He just kind of didn't want to do it.
He's like, well, I'm hardly a lad now.
They call me
Relax.
Aquaman. Wait.
Aqua Guy.
Aqua.
Well, it's
When
more
you
just
said the way you
goes to
said
say-
the way you said Ultraman for half a second, the way you almost said Ultraman reminded me of the fucking Tiga English opening.
Oh god. Ultraman or something?
Ultraman.
I don't. I think we have to do.
I think
we have
we've
to do
gone. I think
when
we're
can
just
we like
getting.
have a serious
I think
movie
we're
about
devolved.
Hawkman? When can we do that?
Well,
Okay.
No,
So was that it, Sano?
Yeah,
well,
that was
it
it.
was Ults that was up right now, I think.
Well, no,
Oh, yeah.
That was Sano finishing Aqua. I was just interjecting about
Yeah.
that and just like.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
next movie. The Amazing Super Twins.
Oh God.
The Wonder Twins.
The next
form of a water slide that destroyed the filming equipment. Form of what was the other thing?
Form of a bad director.
Yeah.
Form
like
of
one can
bad
turn
writing.
animal- It's like one can turn into animals and the other one can turn to medial objects, and that's stupid to me.
No, you can turn
One
into
of
animals.
those are the
You can turn
water
into-
things.
Shape of a bucket of water.
No, he turns into shape of water, and they have to pull out a bucket.
Yeah.
No, shape of water, and then they turn into a good movie.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh god.
Shape of.
He just becomes a DVD.
Just becomes the
Wolverine
DVD
falls
of
to the
Shape of
ground.
Water.
It just has his face on it.
Not even
He's
a
like,
Blu-ray,
I
a
didn't
DVD.
think this
A
through.
VHS.
A VHS of a movie
No,
created
laser
after
disc.
VHS.
It's a laser disc.
Laser
How did they fit this entire movie on here?
A hieroglyph.
It was only recorded on a outdated movie format called Beta Flop D, apparently created only for use inside Tom Brokaw's house.
So yeah, I think we've gotten like way off topic and
Yeah,
everything.
I think
Yes.
we're actually done for this week.
Yes. Okay. So what are the emails? Cause we missed them last time.
We got
We forgot a
one-
news thing.
We
We did
got
forget a news
what
thing.
news thing did
What
we forget?
did we forget?
Cheaton cannot be a
Oh, yeah.
representative.
Yes.
Because she's too.
Hardcore.
Anarchistic.
Yeah.
Can't be cowards. They can't accept
Uh,
cheats.
Susaki
Specifically-
City has disinvited Tokyo-based otter Chitan as a tourism ambassador due to complaints about the character's anarchic SNS videos.
Anarchistic.
SNS videos. Susaki's mascot Shinjo-kun was designed by the same people and is often mistaken for Chitan.
Yeah.
Yes. Was that it?
That is really it. It is a shame because Chitan's great.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Chitan's hilarious, and I would love to see, like, tourism ambassador come to Japan. Boom, boom. Oh shit.
No, it's just welcome to Suzuki City, and you just see like Cheaton beating that like
With like a Molotov cocktail in her hands.
No, I want
Throwing it in a
Cheeton
car.
like Cheeton's like coming down from the stairs to greet everyone, and she's holding a cake, and she just falls down the fucking stairs.
but the stairs are made of those really hollow metal boxes.
And then they break. Okay, so this week we have one email from our good friend Sota.
Oh, if you have an email that you would like to send to us, and then have us read it for a grand total of no one.
Please.
I
Hey,
want
that's
this
my
podcast
job
to
to
get
say how
super
no one
popular,
will
and we
sing.
still maintain that no
Yeah,
one's watching.
nobody's watching it.
Yeah.
So if you want to send an email, you can send it to hypercast.podcast@gmail.com.
That's
That's
hypercastoffpodcast@gmail.com. It doesn't work if we're talking over each other.
Hypercastoffpodcast@gmail.com.
And your email may or may not, you don't know because you won't be watching it, sound something like this.
This week we got an email from our good friend Soda. This is our only email this week. We got the question, what if Jenga became your best friend? Give me your detailed explanation on what you will do with him for the day.
Ron.
Jenga, please leave.
Get out of here!
I would ask him
No,
to leave
get
my
out.
house, or at least get
I
me a
put
soda.
my hands on the door and go, "Get out of here! No one wants you."
I would be like, can you
Nah.
turn into Decade? I
Nah.
want to hang out with Decade.
No, I just want
Nah.
to tell him, get out of here. He's just like, nah.
I put my hands up and be like, "Don't come in! I got a gun."
And
I'll
he'd
try
be
to fight
like,
over the
"Nah."
sword to die.
I got a
You'd be like,
gun.
No,
girls,
Decades.
girls got it.
I need to make sure, let everybody know. Yes, I am stealing that from Sleepycast.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Nobody wants you,
I
Jenga.
would just make I'd make
Do you-
some biscuits. Real American biscuits, not that fake ass British shit. Real
Do you think-
American biscuits.
Do you think Jenga would like soda?
Probably.
Nah,
I have a
Would-
question
Would he like
actually
a,
about
would he like
this
a
question.
Coca-Cola? What?
Which
Huh?
Jenga is this? Is this Jenga or Jenga?
I'm guessing this is evil Jenga because
Well,
it's
if it's
Jingo.
Jingo, yeah. If it's Jingo, we could just have him hang over. Grab
this
a
is
beer,
evil
hang
Jingo.
out,
This is
but
evil
if it's
Jingo.
Jinga.
because it says
Then-
Jenga quotation or parentheses Jenga. So
Yeah, that Jenga.
yeah, that Jenga.
Jinga.
Yeah,
So,
it's
yeah,
Jenga.
Evil Jenga. Yeah. Jenga,
Get out
Jenga.
of here, Jinga. Nah.
I'd be
Nah.
like, do you want a Coke? And he would be like, yes, I would like a Coke. And I'd give him
Cursed
a Coke.
Jenga that drinks all your Pepsi and calls you a bitch.
And he would call me bitch, and I'd be like, thank you. Can
Yeah.
you turn into Decade
I
now?
don't- No, and then
Oh.
he'd eat you.
Why did he eat me?
Because he eats horrors, that's what he does.
I'm not a horror, though. I'm a good
He's gonna turn you into
person.
one.
Are you sure, Zed?
Are you
He's gonna
saying
turn
I'm
you
a
into
horror
one.
right now?
No, I'm saying he's gonna turn you into one and eat you. That's what Jenga does.
I gave him a soda, though.
Are you sure
I'm
you're not a
not-
horror? You play warrior in 14.
Hey,
You
what-
have
what-
like the evil power within you.
Hey, that is my anger. That's it. That's my inner beast. My rage.
I suppose
arc.
at that point, I would also be in as much danger. 'cause
Yeah,
of
you're
the
Dark
dark-
Knight. Yeah.
Dark Knight, yeah.
You're like literal the darkness inside of you. But still, in the end, I'd be like, do you want s'mores, Jenga? And he'd be like,
Kingdom
okay.
Hearts.
Be like, yeah.
And then he wouldn't eat me because he likes s'mores. And I haven't seen Guro.
Has
We need to do a
anyone,
group watch Garo.
Yeah, we
has
did.
anyone here seen Garo?
I've seen
Garo.
the first couple episodes.
I've
of
seen
the
a couple
original
episodes of
series.
Guro, actually.
I've seen tiny
I've
bits
seen the
of it,
first
but I need
episode
to
of
see all it
Vanishing
in its
Line.
glamour.
I've seen up to the first fight.
I saw the first
against
episode
Zero.
of Vanishing Line, but
Which
It
that
doesn't-
first fight with Zero is
mm,
ridiculous.
I watched that time that that Raiga fights the mangaka dude.
oh fuck, Caleb's actually been talking
Oh.
in the chat.
Mm.
Yes,
yes.
that's about it for this week's edition of the Supercast Off podcast.
Hypercast off.
I'm getting my own podcast off wrong.
Come on. It's
I'm sorry.
Hypercast.
You think I watch my own
That's
shit?
Hypercast off podcast.
Hypercast off.
And
Okay.
Hypercast Off podcast. And thank you for watching.
That's all. Bye. Go
Bail!
away.
Bail! Bail!
Bye.
I stopped recording.
Out of the way, you.